up for the showdown, and the coaches knew, so they set it up so they'd face each other. Did I? Yeah, I did. I put it on. I said what happened. I got video of it. Little anticlimactic. Keep in mind, Jake hasn't played baseball in 4 or 5 years, and Logan is an active varsity high school baseball player. Jake had a good day, though. So Logs got Jake, got him to roll over. A little anticlimactic, but got him to bounce out. But Jake, I'll say this. There's a kid on the team by the name of Cooper Berger. Cooper had an older brother that played at San Diego State, Reese. Cooper is awesome. I love the kid. He's probably a D1 player. He's only a sophomore. But watching this kid, and I've known this kid because the kids came up, Logs and Cooper play travel ball together. And I just absolutely love this kid. But he's a stud. He looks, throws, swings, carries himself. He's got the mindset and the makeup. He's got D1 written all over him. So, and big kid, maybe 6'4". Just a stud, man, a stud. Definitely our best player, far and away. And Jake gets into the batter's box against this guy. I'm like, uh-oh. Cooper freezes him, man, with this nasty, filthy hook. And I turn to Janet, and I'm like, holy crap, man, I'm having flashbacks, and they're not good. You know, it is like you're more nervous watching your kids ball than in anything you ever do in your life. That's how it is. And if you don't have kids or kids of age, you'll find out that's how it is. I'm still way more nervous watching Logan take the bump or Jake pick up a bat than I ever was doing any of this. And Jake never did figure out how to hit a curveball like a lot of guys. So this kid, Cooper, is a stud. Freezes him. I'm like, oh, bleep. He's going to do it again. It's going to go badly. And then Jake, he did come back with the hook, and he hung it. And Jake just smashed it, man. Just got a great piece off our best player. And I'm like, dang, scrumptious. So Jake had a good day. I actually put it in my Instagram feed. Cooper, you're a stud, dude. I love this kid so much. I know he's going to play D1 ball. I once took Cooper and Logan out for a steak dinner. Cooper was a freshman. Logan was a junior. And Cooper's like in Logan's grill because Logan's kind of laid back. And Cooper as a freshman is like in his grill. He's like, yo, dude, you need to man up now. You got to get angry. You should be tougher than you are. I'm like, preach, Coop. Let him hear it from somebody other than me. Like the freshman's just lighting him up. He's like, dude, you are so much better than this. I know you are. I'm like, preach. This guy. How about Rake Jome? Duh. That's pretty funny. Rake Jome. Rogan Loam and Rake Jome. Huge call brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. They're close, they're convenient, they're known for guaranteed everyday low prices, and excellent customer service from the professional parts people you know you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com. One more thought on Cooper. Jake's like, dude, he was pissed. I'm like, yeah, he was pissed. Old man, you got a piece off him. Of course he was pissed. Dude's going to be a D1 ball player or better. And an old man like you just hit a rope off him. You know he was pissed. He should have been. That's it. Now we are done. I'll tell you more about that. In fact, I'll post a video of Rogues getting Jake a little bit later on. My thanks to Shio Kapadia, Darius Butler. Clones, good job on the calls. Well done. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. We're out. 4 NFL teams, 2 conference championship games, and only a few more shots to win big on the playoffs with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Counting down to Super Bowl 57, new customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code ROME, R-O-M-E. New customers can bet $5 on the conference championships and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, with the code ROME. Rome. Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 or older in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Void in Ohio and Ontario. Bonus issued as free bets. One boost per eligible game. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions to apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Dwayne Grooms is the president of the Hot Stove League. Ronald Vincent, the fine coach of J.H. Rose. Marvin Jarman, his right-hand man. Time, it looks like we're getting closer and closer to that automated strike zone, and I hate that.
Yeah, 3A. AAA baseball this year is supposed to have the umpire hooked up to a machine. So
who are you going to yell at?
I know you're going to yell at the camera operator, I guess. Whoever's running that thing.
Yeah. It's no fun.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime.
Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to DelcorInc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
It's important to make the right call this NFL playoff season. Make the right call with your team by ordering Wings Over Greenville. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 different flavors to choose from that are sure to be a touchdown every time. Pair those wings with a side of waffle fries or garlic parm tater tots. And if you decide to call an audible, try their delicious chicken sandwiches or wraps. Don't forget, they deliver. With no third party needed, Wings Over Greenville has their own in-house delivery service. Make the right call today by dialing 758-9464. Wings Over on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wings Over!
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org /for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com /licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
All right.
Ty? I want me some glory hole.
Dude, you ain't mouse. I'm the boss.
Go cojones.
It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Hey, I'm sorry. All right.
How about those friggin' pirates?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome into this Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us 1250, 930, also online, PR927fm.com, and watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. A lot of videos going up today from ECU Baseball Media Day. Interviews with Cliff Godwin, the assistant coaches, the players. It'll all be there for you on YouTube, on Facebook Live, on all of our social media accounts. So make sure you are following us there. All right, coming up on today's program, Double B, Brian Bailey. And I was over at Media Day. I did not produce the Brian Bailey show today. Shirley Rhodes, great job doing double duty. So I have yet to talk to Bailey about his Cowboys going down to the 49ers last night. So we'll talk NFL playoffs, some Pirate baseball, some Pirate hoops, everything in between with Brian Bailey at 4 o'clock. And touchdown, Tony Collins will join us. He has been laughing at and commiserating with Bills fans after they lost on Sunday. We'll talk playoffs and more with touchdown Tony Collins coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. A lot of Media Day audio to get to as well from Cliff Godwin, Carter Spivey, Garrett Saylor, A-Mac, Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, Lane Hoover, and Josh Moylan. We'll have some of that on today's program and throughout the week on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here, the man of Chandler Honeycutt, and to my left, Troy D alongside. Hello, Troy.
Hey, Clip. How are you?
Doing good.
Good to see you. Happy Monday. Man, can you believe? I've said this before, but this is like the last full week of January. This month has flown by. Usually, I got to be honest, man. January usually drags.
Yeah.
It usually drags. This month has been a blur. Really fast.
Fast month.
Yeah. So enjoy this if you're January fans, because you really only have this week and then a couple days next week.
Get your Valentine's Day shopping done, folks.
Just letting you know.
All right.
The next month's a short month, if you didn't know. It has fewer days, so that'll go by quicker.
I am aware of that.
And we're almost in the spring, Clip.
And how,
I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
There you go.
Days are getting longer.
Like positive attitude.
Time change is almost upon us.
Yep.
All right.
We good on the calendar and everything?
Yeah, just letting you know.
I'm okay. I'm all up to date.
Got a new way to bet the NFL, Clip.
A new way to bet the NFL.
I did something this weekend I've never done before. I've got a new system, and I actually implemented it for the first time this past weekend, and Troy D went 2-0. And later on this hour, Clip, I will reveal my system of how I won.
All right. Can't wait to hear that later on when we talk some NFL.
Yeah. Remind me when we talk NFL, because I think it's a pretty cool system. And it's a way you can involve the next generation, the kids, if you will.
All right.
And keep it fun.
I like that. I did a Brock family Super Bowl pool with my wife and daughter, and we all drafted teams and Super Bowl champion wins. I've got 2 teams left. Lily has one. Judy has one.
Oh.
So I've got the Niners and Bengals left.
Oh, wow.
Judy has the Eagles. Lily has the Chiefs. So we're all kind of still in it.
I like your
as we
chances.
sit here in the Final Four.
It's kind of neat.
But I do have one.
What's at stake? Is there a wager or prize? Or
we always say like winner gets to pick dinner or something. But
maybe the loser should do like a chore for the winner, like you have to wash the car or something. You know?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
You need to clean the house, mow the lawn.
Got a feeling
that way it's not money; it's acts of service or exchange.
Somehow I'm going to end up losing regardless.
Probably,
but yeah, that's still fun. We have no ECU men's basketball to update from the weekend. They had the weekend off. They'll be back in action coming up against Tulsa Tuesday night, Minges Coliseum. We'll talk about that with Michael Perry coming up on Tuesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We do have a a women's game to recap, and that's another victory for Kim McNeil's Pirates. They go on the road, beat Wichita State 66-57. They are now 14-6 overall, 5-2 in conference play. We'll talk to Kim McNeil on Tuesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. But Troy, kind of under the radar. We update games and things like that, but by far the best season Kim McNeil's had here as head coach, and starting to get a few folks. The IGO's following games now, talking about starting to get a few folks around here.
See what winning does?
Yeah,
off to a hot start, and people love a winner. And even in non-revenue sports, if you win, people start paying attention.
5-2 in league play. They've got Memphis Wednesday at home, and then they are at the best team in the league, South Florida, coming up next week. So big one coming up Wednesday, 6 o'clock in Minges. We'll talk to Kim McNeil about it on Tuesday's show.
And by the way, just saw this 5 minutes ago, East Carolina women's basketball team's Twitter account posting that Amaya Joyner just earned her fourth freshman of the week honor of the year. So there you go.
The Farmville Central product. Speaking of
which, by the way, she's now the only person in program history to have 4 honors as far as freshman of the week.
That's awesome stuff. Johnny, thank you, Johnny. Sometimes I don't want to toot my own horn. I want others to toot my horn, Troy D.
Well, let me toot it for you, Clip. Where's your horn?
It's a metaphorical horn.
Toot, toot, Clip Rock.
Johnny points out.
Toot away.
I didn't bring this up, Chandler. Johnny brought this up. Johnny Robertson. Toledo was money Friday night, 3 in a row for Clip. On my Don't Overthink It pick of the night.
Nice.
A little rocket action.
Rocket Man.
3 in a row. Johnny, thanks for listening. Thanks for tailing.
There you go.
Real quick, let's run through these to see if Shirley's ready for today's show. Steve Hill says, Clipper. He says, burglary. A burglary. He says, Ric Flair. Woo!
Ric Flair.
Swinging dingers.
Swinging dingers.
And Touch a Murph coming in April. Good plugs, Steve, for Dale Murphy.
There's another celebrity that I'll have a chance to touch. Looking forward to shaking hands with Dale Murphy.
Shake his hand.
Maybe I might even give Dale like a bro hug. I think.
Why would they do that?
I'm going to bring him in for a bro hug.
Come on in, Dale.
I think I'll start with the handshake and then kind of bring him into the half bro hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel Dale Murphy doesn't strike me as a dap-up guy. I'm not going to dap him up, He's a little bit older. It's not his generation, but he's definitely a handshake, half-hug, bro-hug.
You're not a handshake guy, so you are willing to make exceptions.
Yeah.
And go out of your comfort zone.
Depending on who's the other party is.
Yeah. And my big thing is I don't want to have dirty hands when I'm eating food because I think that's how you can get sick if you haven't. So I like to have clean hands before I eat. So a lot of times I'll go to the bathroom, wash my hands before lunch. But then if I see someone and I don't want to then shake their hands, then I have to go wash my hands again. So if you see me right before lunch and I dap you up, that's probably why. I'm trying to keep a clean hand.
Clean hands, full hearts, can't lose.
Yeah. All right.
So are you going to have like wipes on hand for yourself after that big handshake?
I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea to have a few of those. Yeah, handy.
Clearly. Handy. That's pretty good.
He does have wipes on the table. I noticed Tiebreakers has the little wet nap individually.
Good for wings.
Yeah. Speaking of in case you don't know what Touch of Murphy is, we're bringing Dale Murphy to Greenville. The Atlanta Braves living legend. April 2nd will be an event.
One of, if not the best player in Major League Baseball, not in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. We talked to him last week on the show. I thought we had an awesome interview with him. That's archived if you missed it. If you want to attend, contact us here at the station. We have individual tickets, and we also have a special if you want to be a table sponsor. We're doing a private VIP event, a meet and greet beforehand, only for table sponsors. So if you want to be a part of that, contact us here. We've got some really cool stuff planned, but also if you just want to attend the dinner with Dale, we can do that for you too. That's going to be at the Murphy Center Sunday, April 2nd. 5 p.m. until 6:30-ish. Dale's going to talk about, he's got a lot of different topics he talks about, probably leadership and overcoming adversity. And then that'll be half the time. And then the other half will be open for question and answer session. So if you'd like to ask Dale a question yourself, you can do so. He'll be available for pictures also for those that attend.
Awesome stuff.
Ticket sales are going great, by the way.
I'm looking forward to it.
So go ahead and contact us if you are interested in either attending the dinner or both events. If you want to be a table sponsor and you want to come to the VIP private meet and greet too, which will be very limited and once again private.
Awesome stuff. Looking forward to that coming up. Josh on Facebook said that Temple money line yesterday was money. Josh, there's no way you had that.
No way.
There's no way
in the
you had
world.
that. Temple upsetting Houston, and number one goes down. Chandler, we were talking last week. Does Houston lose a conference game? I said, well, maybe at Tulane, maybe at UCF. It happened sandwiched in between those games.
Yes.
I did not have Temple beating Houston.
And did we even have them losing at their own in their own building? And I mean, Temple going on the road and beating Houston. Temple was not on our radar, was not on our bingo card of teams that could knock off Houston. But when I found out they knocked them off yesterday, it took me back to that segment when we were talking about, all right, Houston's going to have to drop one somewhere. Where will it be? And Temple was not mentioned, but the Owls knock off the Cougars yesterday. What a big win.
Very impressive. Two teams out of the top 25, Arkansas and Rutgers. 2 teams in. I'll name the nicknames. You tell me the schools, Troy D. The Lobos.
The Lobos, that's New Mexico State.
Great.
You went
too far?
No, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Okay.
There you go.
I went too far with the state.
Yep.
Sorry.
State is Aggies, I believe.
State.
Touchdown New Mexico.
And the Gales.
The Gales. That's got to be somewhere.
Correct.
In Florida.
Incorrect.
The Gales. G-A-L-E-S?
I think it's G-A-E-L-S.
G-A-E-L-S. Like the gale force winds?
No.
Oh, see, that's what I thought.
UC Irvine?
That's why I said gales. I thought it was had to do with a windy thing.
I don't know what a gale is.
Gales.
Some Gaelic,
I had a lunch lady
maybe?
in middle school that her name was Gail.
The Gales. All right, I give up. What is it?
That is St. Mary's. St. Mary's.
I would have never gotten
out
that.
in California.
Yeah, I don't even know what a gale is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's spelled G-A-E-L-S. Maybe Gaelic. I don't know.
Interesting.
You got me.
Yeah.
Speaking of college hoops, I did not watch NC State on Saturday.
That makes 2 of us, Clip.
But I saw a lot of social media posts about it.
That makes 2 of us, Clip.
Baby T, Terquavion Smith, was, I guess, clotheslined by Leaky Black. And
taken out on a stretcher.
Had to leave the game, yeah.
You don't see that often in basketball.
Yeah.
In football, you see guys taken off the field like that, but rarely, if ever, in basketball.
Precautionary deal, I guess, because there were, social media posts later that night about him being out, in the public.
Yeah, he did tweet he's fine, and he meant it. Yeah, he's at the bar.
But my goodness, and NC State fans were crushing Tar Heel fans about being classless, and Tar Heel fans crushing NC State fans about being babies. Look, every fan base sucks because people suck. That's where we are. It kills me to see these back and forth worst fan base ever. Everybody stinks.
Yeah, everybody sucks.
Everybody sucks.
Yeah. Something we can agree on.
I mean,
we can find unity in our suckage.
We have fans in our fan base that suck.
Yeah.
Cowboys fans suck. Eagles fans. I don't know. It just was hilarious to me.
I will say this. Some fan bases suck more than others. Let's be honest. Clip.
Who sucks more than who?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about NFL fan bases. Some are a lot more annoying and suck more.
Cowboys fans.
And I've been, and college fans are the same. I've been to BYU. I'm sure they got some sucky fans, but overall, I'm like, man, these fans are pretty damn nice here. You know? Those fans are less sucky than when I went up to, let's say, West Virginia. Although I had a positive experience at West Virginia. A lot of these people.
Exactly.
A lot of people had negative experiences. I was a little bit younger then, but we went out, we hung out, we were a little kind of like young alumni, we consider at the time, and went out to the party district. We had a fun time. And
why is that? Because the fan base is made up of different people. Sometimes you're around a good group of people, and sometimes you're around garbage people.
Yeah. I had a great time up in Morgantown.
Yeah.
But there are some
would say West Virginia is like the most hated fan base.
I've been to Carter Finley a number of times. I've been sometimes where it was a good experience, and I've been sometimes where I'm like, God, this is the worst place I've ever been to. It just depends on the day, on the fan base, who you interact with that day. So it's just every day is a little bit different, I guess.
Yeah. I just saw a whole, just all kinds of comments about that this weekend. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all both suck. It's too equal. It's like politics.
Yeah.
Everybody sucks. Everybody. Where are the good guys? In wrestling, at least there's a heel and a face. Where's the face? I can't find a face. Show me your face.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my face. Anyway, there's that. All right. What'd you do this weekend, Troy?
Hung out with the boys. Had some of their friends over. It's always entertaining when you have a group, a gaggle of 14-year-old boys over at the house.
Nice word choice, gaggle.
Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen with them. But enjoyed it, watched a lot of NFL. And as I said, I kind of came up with a new way to bet the NFL this weekend. Would you want me to go ahead and just share that with you now or after the...
Let's take a break.
Okay.
We'll come back. We'll run through the games. We'll hit some highlights, and we'll hear Troy D's new way to gamble.
Yeah. Now, we'll say yesterday's weather was perfect, like NFL watching weather. It was cold. It was rainy.
Yep.
It was dreary. Like, who wants to be outside in that? Because you don't want it to be super nice outside while these games are going on, because then you're like tempted, oh man, I'm wasting the day watching these games.
And we had a freaking snow game to watch.
Yeah, now I'm like, thank God these games are on TV. I have something to do on this terrible day. But I'll reveal my new system and how you can incorporate it this weekend, Cliff. This is just not telling you about something that happened. This is about telling you something that you can do in your own life with your own children this weekend that could change the way you watch the AFC and NFC championship game.
Championship Sunday coming up.
That's a pretty neat hook right there.
We'll tell you a new way to watch it when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location right off of Greenville Boulevard, has daily specials, including $2.50 aluminum bottles on Tuesdays and $1 wings on Wednesdays. Along with their great food, Coco's has great entertainment for you and the crew to enjoy with karaoke on Thursdays, a live DJ on Fridays, and live music every Saturday night. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Go Pirates!
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit GreenvilleAutoWorld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And as we head back into the show clip, you were talking about the Gales and where their mascot name came from. Now, this is St. Mary's, correct?
Yes.
Okay. According to the Google, legend has it that in the 1920s, famous sports writer Grantland Rice named St. Mary's the Gales because there were so many Irish guys on the squad.
Steve Hill says Gale is literally an Irish person. So there you go.
Yep.
So Notre Dame is the Fighting Irish. These guys are Gales.
Wow.
There you go.
Yep. There you go.
There's
Learn
your
something
factoid of the day, folks.
Learn something new every day.
Take that one to your bar and your buddies and pass it around.
That's pretty cool.
Heard Keaton Mitchell liner on the way in. He is getting ready for training and hopefully will be drafted coming up in a few months. And we got some other Pirates, Troy D, participating in an all-star game this weekend, the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. And you've got Holton Ahlers, which was announced shortly after his appearance in the Hula Bowl. After that, we found out C.J. Johnson was going, and then Noah Henderson also joining the list. So you'll have 3 guys from East Carolina playing in that bowl game coming up on January 28th.
Yeah, so and I believe it's on NFL Network, which is
this Saturday,
available. NFL
Network.
What time? Kickoff time? 6?
It's later in the day.
It's in L.A.
than the Hula Bowl. So I will get the.
I thought I saw a nighttime kickoff for this thing.
Yeah.
Late afternoon anyway, but. I don't know. We get that for you because a lot of people missed the Hula Bowl. It's kind of buried on a Saturday on CBS Sports Network, but this one might be a little more easy to find.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool that the Conley connection will go all the way out. It's been at Hollywood Crossroads before, Troy D. Now it's Hollywood.
And because the NFC, AFC Championship games are both Sunday, this will be the only football game Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's really the only show in town.
That's kind of sad.
I know.
No Monday Night Football tonight.
I know. I started thinking about this like yesterday. I was like, man, this is really where it starts to wind down. It's right when I'm really kind of starting to get into it, too. You know, with the playoffs. Well, I'm saying, like the regular season's up and down. The playoffs.
Around in September.
I know, but playoff football's different, man.
Yeah, our teams aren't in it.
But the games mean something. Like, it's the finality of it all, Clip.
Yeah.
It's the survive and move on or lose and die. The season is over. Pack it up. Go home. So long. Goodbye.
It meant something when Ron Rivera started Carson Wentz against the Browns, and he threw 3 interceptions. Not that I still think about that. But that game meant something, Troy.
Obviously, it meant something. It still affects you.
Every day. I think about it every day. All right, let's talk about what happened this weekend. The Chiefs knocking off the Jags. The Jags were game. 27-20 was that final score. Shirley Rhodes, give me a highlight.
12th play of the drive for the Chiefs. 2nd down and goal at the Jacksonville 8. Mahomes under center, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the near side, cocks his arm, short pass, caught by Kelsey 5, runs along the hash mark and into the end zone. Touchdown Chiefs. Short pass down the middle. Kelsey by himself with the belt-high catch. Spotted on the grass on the hash mark. It led him right into the end zone. And the Chiefs have taken the first lead halfway through the first quarter in this divisional game. And Kelsey, his 13th career postseason touchdown reception, now third most all-time in NFL history.
So Tyreek Hill is the Dolphin. The Chiefs bring in Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Kadarius Toney, a cast-off from the Giants. So what do you do if you're the opposing team? You say, all right, we got to stop Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, 14 catches, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. The whole plan is to stop him, and he can't be stopped. And you just heard a touchdown right there. The Chiefs move on. It'll be a rematch against the Cincinnati Bengals, who hammered the Bills 27-10 on Friday when we made our picks. Told you that the Bengals were going to be down 2 starting offensive linemen to go along with La'el Collins. So for that reason, give me Buffalo. It looked like Buffalo was the team without all the starting offensive linemen on Sunday. Just a dominant effort from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Burrow, pump fake, looks. Burrow flips it over the middle. Wide open. Caught at the 10. Jamar Chase takes it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals strike first with a bang. 28 yards.
A rematch, Troy D, in the AFC Championship of last year's game.
Yeah, boy, the visuals on this game were just incredible with that. It was almost like a movie set with the snowfall and the how it was coming down. You knew it was going to be a fun one to watch when you saw that. But Buffalo leaving a little bit to be desired. All these games, by the way, heard exclusively on Pirate Radio. Thanks to our friends at Westwood One for the audio. And, of course, we'll have the AFC and NFC championship games this Sunday.
AFC rematch. We'll talk more about that in a moment. It was a Saturday night blowout in the NFC East showdown between the Eagles and the Giants.
3rd and 9, high snap. Minshew pulls it down, gives it to Gainwell over the left side. He's got room. Gainwell to the 20, inside the 10, and all the way for the Eagles. Touchdown. The cherry on top for the NFC Championship-bound Philadelphia Eagles.
How big of a blowout was it? Hit the very beginning of that again, Shirley.
3rd and 9, high snap. Minshew pulls it down.
Gardner Minshew's in the game, Troy. Jalen Hurts didn't get hurt. They just blew him out so bad. Gardner Minshew got into the end.
My neighbors from New York is a huge Giants fan. About before halftime, I went ahead and sent him the meme. Just, what happened meme. So,
wow, you still do the in-game text?
I did. Wow. I did. So
did he egg your house or something?
No, I could read his response. I was like, well, you know what? Why wait till the end of the game when I can go ahead and send it now?
Then again, that's one where I left that one early. No need to stick around for that when it's 28-0 at halftime.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and pull it up and tell you what the response was because it was a pretty good meme.
So the Eagles win. They will be at home, and they will be facing the San Francisco 49ers, who took down the Cowboys on Sunday.
Purdy looks right, takes the snap, holds it out, gives it to McCaffrey, up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 2-yard touchdown run for Christian McCaffrey, and the 49ers have taken the lead. 15-9 San Francisco with 2 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. 8th consecutive game for Christian McCaffrey with a touchdown.
Touchdowns tough to come by in that one. Dallas had one. The Niners had one. Niners win at 19-12.
So I sent him the what happened thing, which just said, hey, I just have one question for you. I'm watching the Giants game. What happened? He said, if I go to bed now, he goes, I might go to bed now, but that damn Jaguars comeback last week is still giving me hope. And then I responded, I'd go ahead and go to bed if I were you.
So the Jaguars came back from 27-0. I was kind of thinking about that, but then I thought, okay, it's the Giants. It's they don't have enough to come back in that one. So the stage is set once again. So Joe Burrow, I believe, is 3-0 against Mahomes and the Chiefs in his career. I
really like him, man. He just seems to be just so laid back.
He is a cool customer.
I mean, really, I'm like, man, I find myself kind of pulling for this dude.
Guess the line, Troy D. Cincinnati at Kansas City.
Well, I I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I saw that actually. I didn't see the actual number. I thought I saw they were a favorite.
Who?
Cincinnati. I thought they were like a 1 or 2 point favorite. Or did I miss?
I believe I saw the Chiefs open as a favorite, but right now it is a pick 'em.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Which that sounds about right to me. So I thought I love watching these games with my boys. They're very sports minded and love football. And a lot of times we'll bet on different things and just make it fun. And I will say this about, when you gamble on a game, even if it's a low amount clip, but you got $5 riding on it, it makes that game so much more interesting when you bet on it.
Sure.
On games you might not be as tied into or stay till the end. So it was Sunday, and I thought both the games Sunday were kind of evenly matched. So I was like, Bryce, I'll take, I like the 49ers over Dallas. Let's just bet. Let's not worry about point spread. Both these games are pretty even, in my opinion. I said, I'll take the 49ers. I'll give you Dallas. And then you pick.
Good call.
You pick the next, and then the other game, which was the Bills-Bengals game. You pick the winner you like straight up, and I'll take the other team. I'll give you the first choice. He didn't want to do it. So Tyler's like, I'll do it, Dad. I said, all right. So I bet it with Tyler. So he had the Cowboys, and then I had the 49ers, and then he took the Bills at home in the snow. I said, okay, I'll take the Bengals. I kind of like them, but I'll leave it up to you. So that way we each have something.
You both made a pick.
We both made a pick straight up. We have a reason to watch both games. We have something on the line. And I thought that's a real kind of fun way to do it, especially when the games are kind of evenly matched. I think we'll do the exact same thing next Sunday because both these games, as you just said, one's a pick.
One's a pick, the other is 2.5.
Right. So we'll do the same thing. I'll say, all right, I'll take this team, and then you pick the next game. You take whatever team, I'll take whoever's left over. Whoever you don't want, I'll take.
But since you won, do you go first again, or this time are you going to give him the first game choice?
2-0. Troy D went 2-0. Tyler had to pay up this morning.
And you are going to make it take it. You're going to pick first next week?
Yeah. Sure.
So
I'll pick the game like whoever I have a feeling about.
Well, it's Monday. This can change, but it sounds like you like the Bengals.
I like the Bengals and I like the 49ers. So who do I like more is the question.
Okay. So you like two road teams.
I do. I do. I like both of them. And those would be the two teams I'd take right now. But, things happen during the week. Injuries happen. Weather conditions. Let's just wait and see what happens. But I like it'll probably be one of those two teams.
All right.
And then I'll leave it up to him. Fun way to involve the kids. You can even just bet $1 a game. It doesn't have to be $100, or more. It could just be for a small amount, but it's fun. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and teach the youth gambling early in life, folks. Is what Troy D say.
No, but be reasonable about it.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy.
No, all this stuff makes it fun.
It's just
every year at the Super Bowl party, I do the prop sheets, and it just makes it something for everybody.
Yeah.
Even the wives who don't watch football. What's the first commercial going to be? Beer, car,
all the time.
Whatever. Stuff like that.
Tyler Dreyfus was talking a lot of junk to me yesterday. Guess what he wasn't doing this morning?
When he was 0-2. Did you rename him Owen? Hey,
not talking a lot of junk.
Start calling him Owen around the house.
Not talking a lot of junk this morning.
Why are you calling me Owen? Because you're 0-2. And you're about to be 0-4 this weekend. All right. You always good.
Fun way to play with your kids if you want.
Always good to best your boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Chandler, you could do that with one of the roommates or something. Just a neat way to kind of do it where you each get your own pick. You don't have to worry about the line. Just go straight up.
There you go.
And then y'all decide what you want to bet. The
All
chances are it'll balance each other out, usually. But if not, maybe you have a winner like me.
Newton Smith on YouTube says, are you guys going to cover ECU baseball or what? All right, Newton, relax.
The season hasn't started yet.
Stand down. Tell you what, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear some of the comments from ECU baseball.
What? We're going to cover it?
Let's cover it.
All right, let's do it.
We will do that when we return. We'll hear from Cliff Godwin, some of the players as well. More to go on Pirate Radio Live Hour 1. Back with you after this.
The Bucket Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Well, keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday. Tyler letting folks know in the YouTube chat to smash the like and give us some likes and hit that subscribe button while you were there. Do the same on Facebook, and we would greatly appreciate that as we kind of make the shift from football to hoops, and pretty soon we'll have hoops and baseball to cover. We were out at ECU Baseball Media Day earlier today. Cliff Godwin, Austin Knight, Jeff Palumbo spoke, as did some of the Pirate players, Jacob Jenkins-Coward, Josh Moylan, Carter Spivey, Garrett Saylor, AMAC, Alec Makarevich, and Lane Hoover. So we caught up with those guys today at ECU Baseball Media Day. And let's hear some of Cliff Godwin right now. He started talking about Parker Byrd and what he has meant to this baseball program and the amazing story that is Parker Byrd.
Well, we had a recruit on campus, and, of course, I don't answer my phone with the recruit, but we're finishing up. I had just finished up offering him a scholarship, and my phone just kept ringing in my watch, and I looked down, and it's Jeff Byrd. It was on a Saturday. And I knew once, like the third time he was calling, that it wasn't good, so I just told the recruit and his parents I had to step away. And Jeff obviously was in a panic and said, hey, I need you to get over to the emergency room. So I dropped whatever I was doing and got my car, and I actually beat Parker there to the emergency room. I never could see Parker, but I was there. And then the guys that were on the boat and his girlfriend showed up, so I got a chance to spend some time with them until Jeff and Mitzi and the rest of the family showed up.
Parker seems to want to, play baseball again. Obviously, he's hitting all that stuff. Have you guys talked about a goal like in the future, like for him to potentially try and return to action?
No timetable. I think that's something that is tough to put a timetable on. The thing that Jeff and I talked about originally was to make him part-time. So he was a part-time student in the fall. He'll be a part-time student in the spring, so his clock doesn't start for his eligibility. He just got his prosthetic right before Christmas. What a great Christmas present. And it's not something, and probably I was a little bit naive, it's not something that's, hey, when you get a prosthetic, you just put it on and, man, you're going. You got to get that area toughened where you can have the prosthetic on. You got to get those quad muscles strong. So it was a process for him to be able to wear it for the entire day. And then I think once he continues to, get that leg strong, I think you probably even get into a probably more dynamic prosthetic. And so all that's a process. But I wouldn't bet against him. I tell people all the time, people say, hey, is he going to be? I wouldn't bet against him. I just see the way he works and the attitude he has.
Who are some of the guys that have taken the biggest lead this offseason, I guess from a position player standpoint, starting off with?
I look at Carter Cunningham. I think Carter, came in last year and probably put a lot of pressure on himself. He was really good friends with Zach Agnos. He was kind of in Zach's shadow a little bit. This year, he's taken a very professional approach about the way he goes about his business and just trying to be the best version of himself. He's been a really good leader. He's kind of taken Dixon Williams under his wing because they both hit left-handed. He's just been another assistant coach on the field. Hoof is Hoof. JC, we're still trying to get him to take on more leadership roles. Ryan McChrystal and Justin Wilcoxon, I think, have made big jumps as far as being two elite catchers behind the plate. And pitching-wise, Charlie Hodges, he's a wild card for me because he's probably 14, 15 months out of Tommy John. In the fall, he pitched a little bit at the back end, but when it was about a year out, your command's not as good, and we're worried about your arm health. But now he's really coming. I think the sophomore class of pitchers that were freshmen last year, all of those guys have made big jumps. You look at Jake Hunter, Eric Ritchie, Merrick Beaker. I really don't count Trey Savage in that group because he pitched a lot for us, but even him, he's made big jumps into the standpoint that, you possibly could see him as a starter. So that's the one thing about our program, and I give all the credit to our assistant coaches, is they develop guys that are in a program. If the guys are willing to work and stick it out, then they get better. And Coach Knight's done a great job with the pitchers. Coach Palumbo and Coach Bortles have done a great job with position players to develop those guys to, really allow their talents to come to the top.
Would you like to see maybe more of an established starting pitching rotation versus kind of the plug and play what you guys did a lot last year?
Coach Knight, yeah, we'll get a little more sleep this year, I think, because our pitching depth's a lot better. You know, that's not something, and Coach Knight would tell you this, I tell you this, I'm a traditionalist. I don't like having openers, but last year we had to do what was necessary to give our team a chance to win, and I think, not to give myself credit but we just talked to the pitchers last year about everybody being a closer. And if you can just go out there and throw one inning, then we'll give the ball to somebody else. And it allowed our guys to have confidence and really a selfless attitude. And they didn't really care when they pitched. They knew that a lot of them, if they were healthy, they were going to have a chance to go out there and pitch. So, but yes, I mean, in a perfect world, you'd like to put out a Friday, Saturday, Sunday starting rotation.
Cliff, you mentioned earlier about your knee. How did off-season knee surgery go for you? How are you feeling right now, and will you be able to be out there at third base as the season approaches here?
Well, and less somebody tackles me, I think I'll be in good shape to coach third base. Yeah, it was a grind. Got my pick line out today, so I actually can bend my arm a little bit better and take a shower without getting saran wrap around my arm, so that's pretty cool. But no, my knee's actually feeling good. It's just the antibiotics make me feel like crap.
Cliff Godwin there with a health update on himself and talking about the team, Parker Bird, and a lot of veterans returning on this team, Troy. We think about the losses every year and what a cast and crew we had on the Players Lounge last year with Bryson Worrell and C.J. Mayhew and Zach Agnos and those guys, and definitely going to miss seeing them around here. But with Jacob Jenkins-Cowart and Lane Hoover and the pitching that we have, Garrett Saylor and Carter Spivey, still a lot of guys that have been around here and won a ton of baseball games.
Yeah, got some exciting news to share down the road, too, concerning that in Pirate Radio. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit and announcing it officially later on. But, yeah, excited about baseball season. Great group of guys, as you said. And, look, expectations are high once again this season. East Carolina in a number of top 25 polls. Well, as high as, what was the D1 baseball?
14?
11. Yeah, that's the highest I've seen preseason.
Today, Baseball America came out with 24, I saw.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it varies.
Obviously, I agree with what Coach Godwin always says. It's the poll, the last poll of the year is the only one that truly matters. But, hey, look, it's good to be respected and get some preseason accolades like this. And we'll see if East Carolina can live up to it.
Sounds like we're going to see Jacob Jenkins-Cowart in center field. And, in fact, Shirley, let's hear him talk about that, talking about moving over from right to center. Cut one.
It's definitely a little bit more responsibility as being the captain of the outfield. Last year, Bryson did a really good job, but really, I think it's easier. You can read the swing easier. You can read the ball off the bat better. It's just about helping out corner outfielders as well, so a little bit more responsibility.
Yeah, shortstop, also a position that folks are asking a lot about, and we've seen Alec Makarevich, according to himself, and Cliff Godwin go over there a little bit. Amac's been at the hot corner on third base, but just a couple of the positions there, center field, shortstop, catcher. We might see a few different guys behind the plate for East Carolina this year, but a few positions that are kind of being looked at here this preseason. Lane Hoover was asked about communicating with a new center fielder now that Bryson Worrell is gone. Lane Hoover won.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, I practice with I practice with him every day in BP, and I think our communication is very good, and we're just going to keep on practicing that. And Bryson was great last year. He was the man, but JC's very good. He's outgoing, outspoken, and he's very loud, so I feel like our communication will be, pretty good, just as well as it was with Bryson last year.
Pirates, Troy, got off to that slow start. Do you remember the team that swept them last year?
Yeah, it was. I do. I was just talking about it the other day. Hold on one second. And I'll never forget the text I got from you Sunday after the series was over against. God, I got Garrett stuck in my head.
It's a person's name.
I know. For some reason, I got Garrett stuck in my head. It's not Garrett.
Similar. We used to have a baseball player with this name that we like to hold.
God, it was. Anyway, hold on. I'm going to come back to it because I want to give
me to tell you?
Give me a hint.
Starts with a B.
And now I got Barton stuck in my head. It was, God, I just talked about
a male's name that starts with a B.
It was
Bobby, Billy.
No, it was. I never really heard of the school.
Bocephus.
We had played them. God, go ahead and tell me. It's going to drive me crazy.
Bryant.
God,
Bryant.
So I remember we got swept by Bryant. We had just started. All the players are coming on that Monday. Afterwards, I got the text from Clip.
Yep.
Going, hey, great call on the Players Lounge. Are we really doing these interviews? And I was like, oh man, I know. But I was like, you know what? And I'll talk to some of these guys about it afterwards. Like, the fans were down, the media was down, everybody was like doom and gloom. But you know who wasn't? The players. They came in here and they were so upbeat,
they picked
and
us
positive and focused, and said, "Look, this isn't indicative of who we are." And there were some weird anomalies that happened in that series, as you know.
Well, you had the home run that wasn't a home run.
I know it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been a sweep anyway. But anyway, it wasn't East Carolina's best foot forward. But the players were so positive, upbeat. I remember saying, "Hey, man, we're gonna be fine. Like this isn't the end of the season here. You know, this is." Not the way you wanted to start, but this isn't. It's not over. And sure enough, Clip, you know, they went on and had a fantastic year. But I do remember there's certain things that stick in your head, and that text I got from you going, "Oh, geez,
thanks for setting me up for this."
Yeah, but it ended up being great.
It did. It was awesome.
It was a fun season. I'm looking forward to another fun season this year, and hopefully hosting a regional and super regional.
And they want to get off to a better start than they did last year. Josh Moylan talked about that. Josh Moylan talked about how to avoid a slow start like last year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think, you know, starting the season the way we did, it's a huge learning experience because we don't want to go out and do the same thing this year, and we all know that, and we know the steps it takes now to make sure we don't do that. Like last season, before the season, you know, we were just looking forward to the season and not really focused as much on practice each and every day. And this year especially, I mean, every day, I mean, coaches said it, we're stacking up days, and it's been good this year as far as fall leading into now. So I think just having that experience was great for all of us, honestly, because now we know what we need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again.
All right, there is Josh Moylan. You also heard from Lane Hoover, Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, and Cliff Godwin. We got plenty more audio to get to today and throughout the week here on Pirate Radio Live. Julia Hoover knew that it was Bryant. Yeah. I wonder how she knew. And Alex Marion said, that series against Garrett, we'll never forget it.
Yeah, I was close.
Oh, Garrett came in here.
I was just talking about Bryant last week, but then I went blank on it on the show. You know, when you're in front of the lights, Clip, and the microphone.
And then you heard Garrett Saylor, and all you could think about was Garrett.
I know, and it's funny, like, how it's probably the same thing in sports trivia. You ask these questions in a, you know, non-pressure environment, a lot of people, but then you've got only a certain amount of time. You know, it's a different deal when it's showtime.
There you go.
Yeah. I cracked under the Bryant pressure.
You better show Bryant some respect. The way they did us last year.
God, we're not playing them this year.
Yeah. Glad to not see them on the schedule. East Carolina opens up with, I believe, another dude, right? George?
Former president.
Yeah, George. And not Bush, but Washington. George Washington.
Oh, is he either going to go Mason or Washington?
George Mason?
That's a school?
Is he a president?
Well, that's a good question, Clip.
My God.
And I didn't hear the president part. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just hearing the George part.
And guess who we play?
I need to start listening better like Chandler's doing.
Yep.
You're doing a much better job of staying focused on the show, Chandler.
Yes.
Troy's good at hearing, but not listening.
Now you sound like Lee D.
You gotta.
Lee D used to always say,
"Well,
your hearing is fine, Troy. It's
your
you don't
listening.
listen.
It's your listening.
You hear what you want to hear." Because I used to think there was a problem with my hearing as a kid, because I'd probably ignore
Oh, there's no problem.
There's no problem, Troy.
If I say, Troy, here's a $100 bill, you don't have a problem hearing that.
No, you hear that fine. I say, Troy, take out the trash. And
now you got a problem.
No response. You act like a deaf
Then
kid.
you're not listening, Troy.
Yeah.
That's true. He used to say that all the time. You don't have a hearing problem. You have a listening problem.
I could hear him saying that in my head right now, actually.
In fact, that little role play we just did was pretty
based on a true story.
If Hollywood did a movie, that would be very accurate.
George Washington, the first series beginning February 17th. The first midweek game, as always, on the road at Campbell. And then
got to get over the hump on that one.
Very good. And then a fun series February 24th. The Tar Heels of North Carolina will be here on Friday and Saturday, and they will be at Boschmer Stadium coming up on Sunday. That Saturday, Josh Thomas pointed this out, a monster Saturday in Greenville, North Carolina. 2 o'clock, February 25th. Troy, you got North Carolina coming to town for baseball. Stadium's going to be packed out for that. And then that evening over at Minges Coliseum, you're going to have a top 5 Houston Cougars team, 8 o'clock, Minges Coliseum.
Wow.
What a day here in Greenville, North Carolina.
That is.
Tar Heels here during the day, top 5 Houston here at night. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
So, do your party and tailgating, but keep in mind that's going to be a full day. We're going to need you at your top
I would
billing
say
all day.
Both events should be close to capacity.
Should be.
Yeah. I always say close to because I never know with the basketball crowd. We've had big games before that have not sold out. Had good crowds, but I don't know. I don't want to say this is a guarantee to sell out.
It'll be the best crowd of the year.
Yeah.
To see,
And then the UNC always brings people.
No doubt.
That should be a sellout. But once again, it may not be, but it'll be a huge crowd.
Looking forward to that. Tomorrow, huge game in Minges, Battle of the Basement. East Carolina and Tulsa, Troy. We want to stay out of that basement. We want to keep Tulsa there. So a big one tomorrow night in Minges. Are you going to the game?
Clip, I'm not going to beat around the bush on this one. I have been, when I say I might before, or it's pending, or it's possible, that is true. I'm going to go ahead and just, cut through the chase right now and not play any, could be, would be, should be games with you. I cannot attend tomorrow.
Thank you. All right.
I will not be there.
I appreciate you
I
being
have
straightforward.
a prior commitment that I'm already obligated to.
Well, I will be there.
So it's no slight at ECU basketball. It's nothing against the Pirates. It's something I've committed to before I knew about this game that is going to take precedent.
No slight to basketball. I mean, you could have had the same commitment on a football Saturday and not gone to a football game.
I probably would have changed plans. But it's something that I've committed to.
Okay, so a little slight.
Not going to get into details.
A tiny slight.
But this is something that I feel I need to honor my obligation for.
But guess what? I'll be there. So
that's good. And
yeah.
I think we'll have some of our best people there, including you, including Chandler, including Jenny, and maybe even others.
That's best of the best right there.
Yeah, so I feel good like, hey, I don't have to be there because our people are there.
Yeah.
Some of the best Pirate Radio folks we have are boots on the ground, tip of the spear over there in Minges. So whether I'm there or not is really irrelevant because we've got such great people there.
There you go.
Thank you.
Troy, enjoyed it.
Sounds good.
That hour, not to steal a line from you, went by fast.
It did.
That was a fast hour.
That was fun. Yeah, quick hour.
Kind of like the month of January.
Yes. See? Now you're catching on.
Flew by.
I will see you Thursday.
All right. Thursday at 3.
Look forward to it.
I got breaking news out of the NFL as we got a break.
Breaking
You
news.
can do the breaking. You can do the bumper if you want, but
The breaking
as we
news.
got a break,
Do we need the breaking news?
the NFL has announced that next week's 49ers-Eagles NFC Championship game will be played at a neutral site at AT&T Stadium, so fans in Dallas can finally experience a conference championship game. Hey-oh!
I mean,
Hey-oh!
Disrespecting me, bro. Like, don't do that.
you should have saved that for Brian Bailey.
I did see a meme. It said, it was like before the game, it said, Dallas is going to the Super Bowl. Someone responded back, not unless they have a ticket.
God, y'all are rehashing some jokes from my childhood here. We need some new material.
Yeah.
It's NFL memes.
Mark safe from them boys for another year.
Dallas goes down. Great to see. Randolph on YouTube says Dax just threw another interception.
Yeah.
So,
how about that last play? What do you think about how they drew that one up? That was a little different.
I want to know how many times they practiced that and how it looked in practice compared to how it looked hilariously yesterday.
The execution of that was god awful.
First, you get your running back blown up.
Oh, God, I'm still worried about him.
Second, the receiver gets blown up. Like, it was just boom, boom.
I know.
Double shot.
They would have been better off just taking a knee and not risking this guy's getting hurt.
Just walk off the field.
Yeah.
Awesome. What a way to go out.
Oh, how about the kicker?
Hey, made a field goal or two.
Yeah, but that
That first one was going to be left.
Oh, way off.
That was going to be way
because
off.
it was so low, it got blocked. So that's still on him. Unbelievable. I'd die laughing when he missed out.
We'll have our eulogy for Dallas with Brian Bailey when we return.
How about them Cowboys?
That's on the way after this. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
NMLS 28516, Equal Housing Lender.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
Greenville's first ever Texas Fusion restaurant is now open for lunch. That's right, the Sidebar, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, now offers lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Come take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food items around. Whether it's the honey chipotle chicken sandwich, smoked brisket tacos, chicken tortilla soup, chicken tinga nachos, or keep it simple with chips and salsa. To keep up with our ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org/for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com/licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
It's important to make the right call this NFL playoff season. Make the right call with your team by ordering Wings Over Greenville. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 different flavors to choose from that are sure to be a touchdown every time. Pair those wings with a side of waffle fries or garlic parm tater tots. And if you decide to call an audible, try their delicious chicken sandwiches or wraps. Don't forget, they deliver. With no third party needed, Wings Over Greenville has their own in-house delivery service. Make the right call today by dialing 758-9464. Wings Over on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wings Over!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Brian Bailey Show coming your way at 6 o'clock, talking hoops with Riley Davis. If you missed it at noon, which I did, I was over at Media Day, so I'll be checking that out on the way home after our program wraps up at 6 o'clock. BB joins us now on the Pit Electric Live line. Bailey, how you doing?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right, and don't hang up, Bailey. Troy heard you were coming up next, and he wanted to stick around for this segment.
Well, I missed you in the studio today, and I just wanted to offer you my condolences. I know how it feels when I pull for a team that loses often, and I know what you're going through, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be nice. I try and be nice and offer my condolences.
Troy, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the studio. Because he's not going to come on if you're here. I've got to do this segment.
I know. I just wanted to offer.
All right, you did.
All right.
You got to, I mean.
He's
if
back.
he ain't, I mean.
Back.
Bailey.
I was trying to be nice, Bailey.
Bailey.
I got cut off. I don't know what happened.
I'm sorry.
Our connection is as bad as that last play I ran yesterday to end the game.
Who cares about that? That game was over. That play didn't matter.
Well, it was hilarious nonetheless.
Funny as the kicker.
Bailey, defense showed up.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that when you look toward the future, I mean, obviously when you have a defense like that, you can win a lot of games. But Dak's got to figure out, he's got to get some new contact lenses or something to figure out what color jersey he's throwing to, because he had a real problem. I just get tired of every game. He goes to the podium and says, "Man, those interceptions are on me, 100%. They're on me. That can't happen." And the next game it happens again. I mean, at some point, you got to figure it out or get out. Do something. They're paying him too much money for that many interceptions.
Should they try and work out, a trade?
Well, it's just so hard to trade somebody in the NFL with everything that happens, and I'm sure that they're committed to him, but. Either they're committed to him or they need to get him committed. One of the two.
How committed are you to Mike McCarthy right now?
Well, I'm lukewarm. I mean, he's no Jason Garrett.
There's a bar to set.
There you go. No, I mean, I think Mike McCarthy's a good coach. I think, that they had some issues, in the game, but I just think that they, there's like a black cloud around since they won those Super Bowls in the 90s. It's like, because you can't make up something about a kicker missing all those extra points. I mean, you can't even make that up. You couldn't have written that script and somebody say, oh yeah, the NFL fans, they'll buy that one. Let's run this script this week, because nobody would buy it. There's no way a kicker is going to miss that many extra points.
And then to come out and have it blocked, but you saw the trajectory of it.
Oh yeah, that thing was headed.
I thought
to Dallas.
The Fox guys did a great job of showing it from the angles of where it was going to be. It wasn't going to be good if it didn't get blocked, and it was obviously a low kick. But
and thankfully he righted his ship a little bit, and he made a couple of field goals. You
got to figure he's gone. I mean, they got to bring in a new kicker next year.
I think so. I think that's a foregone conclusion. But he had a great year. I mean, that's the weird thing about the whole thing. It wasn't like, he was missing this field goal with that extra point or whatever. I think he missed 3 during the regular season, which is probably too many still, but he hit some big field goals for the Cowboys during the year.
Well, what I didn't understand, Bailey, is the extra point, you can choose kind of where you line up, right? As far as if you want to be left hash,
you kick on,
center, or right hash. No. Yeah. He's always lining up to, I believe, the left hash, and it's always going why didn't he just line up in the middle?
Hey, it didn't matter where he lined up. He kicked one the other day, left, kicked one right. I mean, he didn't know where it was going. He had the yips.
Yeah, that was all. That was not where the ball was. That was all in his head.
Yeah, short on the tee box. Same thing.
Yeah, very similar. But I'm not getting paid $10 million a game to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, any final words, Bailey, before we move on to another topic? I mean,
where'd you watch the game, B?
I watched the first half. Funny story. I watched it at Tiebreakers, and we were sitting in that corner table where we usually sit. And I usually try to behave for the most part, but something happened in the game, and I stood up and screamed. And there was a couple that had just gotten seated in the booth right in front of us. And right after that, I saw the guy's hand in the air, and they escorted him to the other side of the restaurant.
it has to be moved away from Brian Bailey.
Wow.
Screaming Bailey.
I'm not going to say who. I talked to a friend. They said, my only regret was I didn't get a chance to go to Tiebreakers to watch Brian Bailey during this game.
I know it wasn't bad because, I mean, we left at halftime.
Yeah. Now, what would have happened in the second half?
We'll just ask Bella. No.
That's why I want to get Bailey for a watch-along, but he won't do it.
Bless her heart, she went to bed, and then she woke up this morning, and she came into bed and crying. I said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He goes, "The Cowboys lost." I asked Alexa, and she said they lost.
You know how emotional Bailey is, though, about that. Do you really want his career to end on a watch-along party when the Cowboys
It would be amazing.
And he has a meltdown live on a watch-along?
I want Bailey live on camera during a Washington-Dallas game.
I don't want that on my watch.
No, I really didn't have a true meltdown. It was kind of more along the lines of, this is not going to work. This is bad. When they got the ball back with 2-something, or they punted with 2-something to go, and they couldn't stop, San Francisco. And because San Francisco scored so many points of late, and Dallas holds them to 19, and can't really come close to beating.
I mean, the defense did what it needed to do to win the game, I thought. I mean, that defense looked great.
Yeah.
Kaz on YouTube said half the playbook went out the window when Pollard got injured. I don't know about that, but you definitely lose a major weapon.
Right, and and now you're looking at, I thought all along the Cowboys would probably have to cut Ezekiel Elliott to keep Pollard, but now you got Pollard trying to get a new deal off of a broken leg and a high ankle sprain to go with it. So I don't know whether that's good for the Cowboys, that maybe he'll be a little cheaper and they can get him, or if that's going to be, I don't know.
And Elliott's got to be on the backside of his career. He's, he takes up a ton of cap space for you guys, so he's kind of dead weight almost.
Yeah.
I saw they moved him to center. Is that where he's going to play next year?
No, he proved that with one play. He's not going to play there next year.
Hey, long snapping ain't easy, right, Chandler? We found that out.
That's one of those great ideas when you're against the scout team in practice, and it probably works 9 out of 10 times. But the execution of that in real life is a little bit different.
Like Bailey said, I mean, the game is over at that point. But, man, what a way to go out. What a hilarious way to end the season.
It was great execution, or they should have executed something.
Yeah, the old famous line there. All right, what does San Francisco do at Philly next week, Bailey?
I think Philly looks better, although, San Francisco, Dallas's defense stopped them, and Philadelphia's defense may be better than Dallas's defense. And then Philadelphia's at home; they're going to be tough to beat at home. So
San Francisco hadn't lost in 3 months. That's crazy.
That's crazy to me because I think they've got some good parts, but I didn't go into that game thinking there's no way Dallas can play with these guys.
With the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, didn't get quite the heat that I'd like to have seen on the quarterback, but they got some heat on him. But they still held them to 19 points, and that's with Dak throwing, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that
interception was. The worst one right before the half.
Yep.
2nd and 2.
Yeah.
2nd and 2 from like the 14-yard line.
And he threw it in the arms to one guy, and he couldn't catch it, and then the other guy.
Yeah.
That was
it was just a dumb play. I mean, there's so many other plays out there, and he missed Gallup deep. If he'd have thrown that in the right spot, that'd have been a touchdown. He missed CD deep one time. CD made a great catch on it, but he could have walked into the end zone. I mean, I don't know.
We were talking about this before during the break. I didn't realize the rule. We saw it on that last drive. Dalton Schultz is hit, and he's moving backwards out of bounds. And I saw the DB waving his arm, doing the circle motion with his arm to say, keep the clock going. And I'm like, well, he's out of bounds. What are you talking about? Heads up play by that guy. I didn't know the rule that if you're going backwards and you go out of bounds, the clock doesn't stop. Did you know that rule?
I knew it. I didn't think about it when it happened. And the defensive back did that. And I thought, oh, he's right. And then he was right. And then Dalton Schultz, I mean, just little things that you have to do as a championship team on that 15-yard out.
Yeah.
He's got to get both feet down. He thought he had the first one down, and he didn't. I mean, it was a good call. But, I mean, that's 15 yards to get you closer. Now, are you going to complete a Hail Mary? Probably not. It had to be better than that last play that they ran.
Redbeard says that play would have worked better with fat Zeke. Maybe Zeke needs to get fat.
And Tyler, my son, said Zeke was doing better when he was eating all the time. Like, doing that motion, like feed me.
He got too skinny.
He needs to go back to eating out of the bowl again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, fatter Brian Bailey had better champ. Like, you're skinny now, Bailey.
Yeah, when you were fat,
Dallas was dominating.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll go back.
When Brian Bailey was fat with a mustache, Dallas was unbeatable.
They were good back then.
Have you considered adding both?
Yeah.
I'll say this, Bailey. It was cool to see those uniforms on NFL Playoff Sunday. Like, it did remind me of, some childhood for me in the early 90s.
Yeah, San Francisco fans said they sure look pretty.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, Bailey. Here.
Let Troy stay on the whole time?
It's his station. What do you want me to do?
I've missed you, B. I didn't even bother you yesterday.
I keep forgetting that. that he's.
I didn't even send one negative message, email, text.
Troy says, "Can I sit in on the next segment?" I'm like, can I really say no? Like, what if I say no? Then
this saves me a phone call. I can talk to you now.
Think of Ellerby as the brains of the operation. I haven't figured out Troy's role yet.
Saves you a phone call. Bailey would have hung up like he did already on you. You would have never got this phone call. This gets you a phone call.
Yeah.
You've been granted one call, and you happen to have it live on the air today.
No, you're a good sport, B. We're not. I mean, look, we do feel bad. All our teams have lost. We know what it's like.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad, but also I'm not going to chastise Bailey because my team didn't even make it there.
Yeah.
I'm more upset at mine.
Better to have played and lost than to never have played.
100%.
Yeah. I hear you, Dak.
That's on him. It's on him. All right, how about the other side? Believe it or not, Joe Burrow 3-0 against Mahomes and the Chiefs, and here's the AFC Championship rematch, Bailey. Can Burrow and the Bengals do it again? They look awesome right now.
They really do, and you got to wonder exactly how bad that injury is to Patrick Mahomes. And I saw a point spread. I was wondering if there would even be a point spread to start the week, but I saw Kansas City -1. And if that's the case, a lot of folks like Cincinnati.
Well, it's a pick 'em now. So
is it down?
Yeah,
they're going to pick them.
Yep. So a lot of people do at this point, like the Bengals.
What was it? Tony Romo saying that the ankle sprain is the worst the next day. Like when he's had that, you can barely walk on it after the game. That they can tape it up and give you enough medicine during the game, but then it's like the recovery this week is a little tough. So he'll probably play, but he may not practice a ton this week.
And you hear all the time that perhaps a break is better than a sprain. So those sprains can last for a long time.
Yeah.
He didn't have a long time.
Brian Bailey joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. We'll have the AFC and NFC championship games coming your way on a Sunday. We got some Pirate Hoops coming up on Tuesday. Bailey talked to Riley Davis earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show. East Carolina trying to snap a long losing streak and stay out of the basement in the American. They got Tulsa coming to town on Tuesday night.
Yeah, you look at Tulsa's record; it's not very good. But it's the same thing as USF. It's kind of like what Coach Schwartz said. These teams have played tough teams in the American, so their record doesn't look very good. But they're not bad teams, and the Pirates are so young and still trying to get it, and they lose perhaps their best player, Javon Small, with his injury. So I think it's going to be another tough one. But I think that they need a win to snap that skid, and they've got another winnable game coming up for the weekend. So Wichita State comes to town after the Pirates beat them in Wichita, which was really a surprise.
We'll talk to Ken McNeil Tuesday on the show. How about their basketball team, Bailey? 5-2 in conference play and got a home game coming up against Memphis on Wednesday.
Man, and how about Amaya Joyner, the former Farmville Central star? Man, she's won the Freshman of the Week honor 4 times now, and Danae McNeil, she's won the Player of the Week honor a couple of times. So they've pretty much dominated that award for the year. But they're both 2 very good players, and she's had a really good season. Those ladies were picked dead last in the
And right now, at last check, in third and climbing up the standings. So awesome stuff from them. We'll talk to Kim McNeil coming up on Tuesday. Had Baseball Media Day earlier today, Bailey, as we get ready for the 2023 season. Cliff Godwin and company receiving some high accolades heading into this year, as always.
Yeah, the third national ranking came out today. Baseball America at 24. Pirates have been ranked as high as 11 in the nation in the polls, and there's like 12 more polls that will come out before the season starts. But it's always, you always say, well, I always say, it's a chance to cheat winter because you get a chance to have an early spring when the Pirates start playing baseball, and there'll be some cold days now. But that's kind of a cool thing. You can see spring just around the corner when the Pirates hit the diamond. Their banquet is set for this Saturday night, so that'll be good too.
Yeah, and you kept showing me your phone last week, 73, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I mean, 52 today, not brutal. I was talking to some jungle dwellers last week about the weather and baseball, and said, sure enough, when ECU baseball rolls around,
snow.
That's when the cold blast comes in every single year. So
every time, yeah.
Bailey, you emceeing the banquet this year?
Yes, I am, despite your little phone call that you tried to pull off that time. But, yes, I am.
What are you talking about?
Let's hear about that.
Now, when you were with Cliff and you tried to call me and tell me that you had to do a commercial and that you wanted me to hear it first and I wasn't going to be the MC, you thought it was funny.
Oh.
And Cliff was in the background yelling, Bailey, don't kill me. He talked me into it. And I was like, never talked to me.
I don't even know if I heard that.
No, that was funny. I forgot about that. It was about a month ago. We played a little prank on Bailey, and Cliff was in here saying, that Bailey had been changed as the MC. I said, you know how much that means to him. I said, you can't do that. I said, but let's call him.
I knew better.
I said, let's call him and tell him.
That's awesome. I like that.
If Troy was calling me, I knew it wasn't. Yeah.
Alec Burleson will be speaking. We talked to Burley last week, Bailey. He said he's ready to. He said every day when he's on the way to workout, he says his speech, but he's not going to write anything down. He's been trying to perfect something, so we'll see how he does coming up on Saturday.
He'll do just fine. I tell you what, he's an outstanding young man. I'm looking forward to hearing that speech. That'd be fun.
I will say this: I'm not a huge banquet guy, but this is one of the best ones to go to. And it's sold out, by the way, so if you didn't get a ticket, I'm sorry. But I believe they're going to try and web stream it this year somehow. I'll have to talk to the guys about that on where to find it. But this is one of the more fun banquets I attend, Bailey.
Yeah, it really is. The guys that speak, sometimes the seniors will speak a little bit and talk about, how Coach Godwin yelled at him or something. It's just really funny, if you can imagine that. And then it's really just a good time.
BB, thanks for joining us. How'd your chat go with Riley Davis earlier today? Got that coming up again at 6 o'clock.
It was very good. I haven't had a chance to really spend a lot of time with the assistant coaches, but we got Riley on it, and he was really, really good. A lot of energy. He's a Cowboy fan, so he's a great guy. He was sad after the game, like myself, but he pulled it together and did a great job on the show today. It was fun.
Speaking of which, Michael Perry, fellow Cowboys fan, will join us on the show on Tuesday. Last time we talked to him, he said it was the Cowboys' year, so we'll get an update on that.
Yeah.
It is their year. They're here to lose in the divisional again.
Ask him how that turned out.
Yeah. BB, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, buddy, y'all take care.
All right, see you, B.
There he is, Brian Bailey facing the music on a Monday.
I didn't want to say this while he was on, but the Cowboys clip, here's a stat to consider. And Bailey's one of those guys that loves statistics.
Yeah, well, because statistics are stats are a statistic.
Stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
Yeah, so look at this one. Cowboys 0-7 in divisional playoffs since the 1997 season. So they've never won a divisional.
Never made it to the conference championship
in this century.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I can relate to that.
And me being kind, I didn't want to say that in front of and even though that's a stat, that's a fact, I didn't want to feel like we're rubbing it in at all.
Sure.
I don't want to handle this with kid gloves because we know how sensitive he is.
He literally hung up on us right out of the gate.
As I offered my condolences.
Thank you, Shirley, for getting him back on.
And the Cowboy Nation.
Yeah. All right.
All I'm saying is when I called him and I picked up the phone, I said, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the producer of the show.
Yeah. We had to, like you said, kid gloves. Like, we got to.
He was like, we got disconnected. I don't know what happened.
Said it would make for some good radio.
All right, when we return, Brian Meador is going to join us. Troy, you want to stick around? I'm just kidding. Brian Meador's not.
I don't have anything to tease Meador about.
I was trying to think of who else I could have on that you would want to stick around and talk junk to.
I'm trying to think what I could say.
Meador fires back a lot harder than Bailey does.
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't hang up like a...
No. He would curse us all out.
Yeah. That was the easy way out.
Or come down here and fight us with only one good hand. Probably. All right.
It's all you.
Good deal. We'll talk some more Pirate baseball when we return. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Some good news for the Pirate Club. That's next.
Boy, D, he needs to go sit over there in the corner and say a prayer to the good Lord that he's got all y'all working for him because he's got a good crew there.
It's Pirate Radio Live with Clip Brock.
Clip, he's like the wide world of sports.
Chandler Honeycutt.
Chandler, he's like y'all say, he's the Rain Man of ECU sports trivia.
And Shirley Rhodes.
Shirley, I can tell she's the glue that holds y'all all together.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
The ECU Educational Foundation, better known as the Pirate Club, reached the highest fundraising record in 1 year. The Pirate Club raised $36,743,828, breaking the goal by $4 million. This just doesn't happen by accident. The Pirate Nation has really stepped up, and the Pirate Club staff has worked hard this year in securing those gifts. The Pirate Club has attracted new donors, and a special thanks to the Student Pirate Club. They've also turned out in record numbers, and they mean so much to the teams with their attendance at games. This year's record numbers are a good sign for Pirate athletics in the future in these very challenging times. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Mike Schwartz. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. They also provide urgent orthopedic care on the weekends. For experienced and professional services, call the folks at Orthopedics East at 757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Thanks for tuning in or chiming in, YouTube, Facebook. See what's going on in the chat. Johnny on Facebook says, unfortunately, Washington holds the current NFL record for most consecutive seasons without winning at least 11 games. You know, Johnny, why don't you get a life? You come with all these stats. You're some stat nerd with all these numbers and figures and facts. Yeah, why don't you do something productive with your time? Nobody cares about your stupid stats. Johnny with a Washington stat. Chandler saw that stat during the break and said, 31 years? 31 seasons? Do you act like all this complaining I do and being miserable, do you think it's like a joke or something? Do you not realize how bad it actually is?
Well, it's not. It's more of you can exaggerate things sometimes. And I just never realized that this is something that you don't exaggerate, and that is your hatred and your sadness with Washington football. So now I understand. Like, I read that stat. Thank you. By the way, thank you, Johnny. Like, don't get Johnny mad because he will not contribute to this show. He contributes in a lot of ways when it comes to stats.
Get a life, Johnny.
That's an important one because now I
get a job.
Because now I really do feel bad for you. 31 years since the last time the Washington football team or franchise or whatever you want to call
We're
them.
called the Commanders.
Ugh, disgusting. 31 years since you've at least won 11 games. 10 or 11 games. That's crazy.
You're crazy.
You were 9 years old. You were like 10.
10? Trying to find. Shirley, do we have Tommy Tuberville saying get a job anywhere?
Get a job.
I don't know if we have that saved. If you could just look that up for me, I'd appreciate it.
He said that at Cincinnati, right?
Why'd you get a job? He's like walking off the field. They're booing him.
Like he knew he was going to get fired or something. He was like, how about you get a job?
They took her gerbs.
Tommy, you need to be fired. How about you get a job?
I really hope we have it. Shirley's checking on it. All right, let's get our Robert Skipper update.
Robert.
Some of Pirate Radio's
looky here.
Best and brightest. Here's Robert's comments in the YouTube chat today. No context. Just comment by comment. Hey, your friend is here. So glad Dallas lost. Wish KC would. Kelsey gets underneath zone coverage when the linebackers are too deep. Multiple times he was covered by a corner. John, you are correct. Need college football back. John, I umpired high school baseball along with college summer wood bat leagues. Got burned out on the sport. Yo. Agreed, John. Listen here. LOL. 5 people will be there. Yo. Hey. Here. Troy, quit badgering BB. LOL. Bring Robert on. Thank you, Robert.
Man.
Robert, another great day in the chat room for Robert.
You're doing
Skipper.
good, Robert. You're doing good, buddy.
Robert, of course, the former high school baseball, college summer wood bat league umpire. Here,
were you given a pitch counter as a kid too?
Here's a strike call. Here. Looky. He got him.
That's the ball call. Like when there's a ball outside, looky.
All right, Shirley, I guess we don't have Tommy Tuberville. Get a job. Man. And I
can get on my personal soundboard and go to YouTube and look up Tommy Tuberville, get a job.
I tried to find it on YouTube. Couldn't do it. Tell you what, as you look for that, let's hear more Cliff Godwin from earlier today at ECU Baseball Media Day as he answered questions. Let's hear part 2, Shirley.
Coach, shortstop-wise, is that something where you kind of see that going into the season as kind of a, I don't know, open competition or something like that? There's some that will have to play itself out for some of them to kind of establish themselves there.
I can only imagine what the message board's questions about shortstop are. We'll have a very quality guy that runs out there, but you might see multiple faces. Joey Barini really in the first few weeks we've been back has done a great job. He's playing with a lot more confidence. Coach Palumbo's done a great job with him, continuing to get him better defensively. Connor Rasmussen, same thing. Him and Nate Chrisman both have continued to develop as freshmen with Coach Palumbo and look a lot better. And AMAC could go over there. I mean, Dixon Williams has done a good job at third base. AMAC's one of the best defenders in the country, I would say, at third base, but he also can play shortstop. So you could see a lot of different guys, and those guys need to just be the best versions of themselves because they all kind of bring a little bit something else to the table. They're all different in their own way.
When you have freshmen, like last year, a couple of pitchers come to mind, Jacob Jenkins, Coward, when they have success so early, what's maybe some of the challenges to continuing that into their sophomore year?
For JC just to be himself, I told him if he put up the same offensive production as he did last year, that's enough, but continue to take more leadership roles. You'll probably see him starting in center field to start off with just because of his personality, his vocalness in center field. He's a long strider, so he'll probably play a little more shallow than you've seen center fielders play in the past because he really goes back on the ball really well, and he's got a plus arm. But just to be himself and not try to, be unbelievable, just keep coming every day and trying to get a little bit better. I think that's the biggest thing. I think when they try to do too much, a lot of times it can kind of snowball on them for sure.
Is his personality kind of, I don't know what the word is, but just in a game where a lot of it is failure, I mean, he just seems so upbeat. I mean, does that kind of help him out?
He's a very unique individual in a positive way. I don't know if I've met anyone like Jacob Jenkins Cowart. He puts a smile on my face. He's an energy giver. He makes our team better, even if he's not doing anything at the plate offensively. He is a fiery, emotional guy, which I like. I mean, I like guys that mean something to him, and it means something to him, and so it's fun to be around.
Coach, I got to add, the Alec Burleson plaque to the MLB wall. So what was it like kind of watching him play last year? Get the opportunity to see that come to fruition?
Well, I was more worried about him. Everybody would call me and ask me when Burley was getting called up. So when I would talk to him, I said, well, I can only imagine what people are asking you. If they ask me, that's the first question they ask me. And just keeping them in a positive mindset and, hey, you're doing what you need to do. It's a business. They'll call you up when they want to call you up, and you can't get frustrated when other guys are getting called up. But being able to fly the staff out there and being on the field for BP, thank Mike Schultz for that. He got us BP passes. I didn't want to ask Burley for BP passes. He'd only been up for like 3 days. So we just asked for tickets from Burley and then BP passes from Mike Schultz. And to spend some time with him, it was a very quick trip, but we got to hang out with him on the field for BP and then hung out with him for about 15, 20 minutes after the game. And, he didn't get to play, but it was just awesome to see him in that Cardinals uniform and know how much, he meant to ECU baseball.
You got a ton of guys in the minors and Norby and Gavin.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Great to be here. Guys getting close to maybe getting that call up, but to have a guy hitting a home run in Major League Baseball, like how big of a recruiting pitch is that? How interested are kids in seeing stuff like that?
To be honest with you, I got no idea what kids are interested in anymore. What makes them make decisions, what makes parents help them make decisions or not help them make decisions, but it can't hurt. And for him to do it after Pujols' 700th was pretty awesome from my standpoint. So, our guys have gone out there and done a good job. It's great to see Gavin do what he's doing and Norby doing what he's doing. And I just want those guys to keep putting their head down and go to work, and so we can see them up in the big leagues very shortly as well.
Cliff Carter Spivey's gotten some buzz, and obviously he's kind of a leader on your pitching staff. How is he leaning into that and just the expectations?
Spivey's just gone about his business as he did last year, when nobody really expected anything of him, and we all know how that turned out. And he's been through a lot of adversity here. Nobody will remember it, especially after last year, but for him to, come back and really want to be a part of our team when he could have went somewhere else, that means the world to me. And our teammates see that, and they respect him for that. And he's continued to get better with Coach Knight, so definitely he'll have the opportunity to, pitch on Friday nights for us. There's still a few weekends here to see that competition unfold, but just having a guy that's a fifth-year senior that has been out there in pretty much every situation you can imagine, and had success, and then also had not success early in his career. So that gives us a comfort level.
All right, some more of Cliff Godwin there from earlier today at ECU Baseball Media Day. We'll hear more from Cliff and some Pirate players coming up later on in today's program. Moment ago, we were talking football, and Johnny, our stat guy, said on Facebook, Washington holds the current NFL record for most consecutive seasons without winning at least 11 games, 31 seasons. To which I replied, get a life, Johnny. And former Cincinnati, Auburn, whatever, and I think current politician Tommy Tuberville has some advice for Johnny. Chandler, can you hit that? I forgot he told the guy to go to hell. Hey, go to hell. Get a job. Hit it again. Get a job. Tommy, it's like Saturday night. What if the guy works
Go to hell
Monday through Friday? He's at your football game. Get a job. Hey, all y'all in the stands right now watching this football game, get a job.
Why ain't you at your job? And go to hell.
Go to hell and find a job. I heard Satan's hiring down in hell. Get a job. Johnny, get a job. Part 1, get a job. Part 2, go to hell. Go to hell. Hit it again. I love that he's telling a fan on a Saturday football game to get a job. Like, maybe he called in sick that day. Give it to me, Chandler. Go to hell, Chandler.
This is hard because I'm trying to find the right spot.
You're playing this from your personal soundboard, a.k.a. your phone.
Go to hell, Johnny.
Get a job. Oh, man. That's awesome. Is this the YouTube video that says Tommy Tuberville, I haven't slept since outburst at fan?
No.
He didn't sleep.
Poor guy couldn't sleep.
He couldn't sleep after telling that guy to go to hell. Oh, Tommy. So, Johnny. A football coach telling a fan to get a job on a Saturday.
And to go to hell.
Is one of my favorite things. Go to hell any day. That's good for any day, twice on Sunday. Get a job. Find you a weekend job that has night hours. Get a job. And did I mention go to hell? Redbeard says nothing funnier than someone being told go to hell. It is kind of funny, especially in the Tuberville accent.
That southern drawl made that a 2-syllable
Go to hell.
When somebody says Hayel, H-E-Y-U-L-L, Hayel.
And now this is what his life looks like now. The House adjourns. Go to hell.
The House adjourns.
Get a law.
House adjourns.
Get a law made.
Get a job.
Oh, man.
Vote for me or go to hell.
That's Senator.
This is Tommy Tuberville, and I approve this message.
Kevin says that's Senator Tuberville now, telling all his constituents to go to hell.
Go to hell.
If you didn't vote for me, go to hell.
Hi, this is Tommy Tuberville.
Get a job.
Get a job or go to hell.
You got
vote for me or go to hell.
You got two choices. Get a job or go to hell.
I'm Tommy Tuberville, and I approve this message.
Johnny, with a big smiley emoji on Facebook, is enjoying this. And that's why I like Johnny. We call him Take a Joke Johnny.
Take a Joke Johnny. Hey, Johnny, by the way, got a message for you.
Hey, go to hell. Get a job. So important for you to be able to laugh at others and yourself. Most importantly, yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? We can laugh at Tommy Tuberville telling a fan the Saturday night football game to get a job.
Get a job.
Those are some classic insults right there. I think we need to go back to the old, like, what is like the insult?
Up yours.
That's a good one. Why did we use that one recently? I think somebody told me up yours.
Yeah.
Up yours. That's a classic.
Yeah. There was a commenter that said up yours.
Yeah.
And I think
That's
you
kind
said it
of,
back, and then he laughed, and everything was good.
Vanilla version of the FU.
Cleaner way to say that
Yeah,
is
more
up yours.
vanilla
How about
version of
hey, stick it where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
Is that hitting home?
Don't let the door hit you.
Oh yeah.
Where the good Lord split you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Referring to butt cheeks, I believe.
Yeah.
It's two little butt cheeks.
Is that what that referring to? The split you, the butt cheeks? All right. Thank you, Tommy Tuberville. Thank you, Johnny Robertson. We'll take a break, come back. During this break, I hope you all go to hell and get a job.
Go to hell. Get a job.
If you don't have a job within the next 4 minutes when we return, then you can all go to hell. We'll be back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stahn at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard.
Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington is celebrating 40 years in business. That means big savings for you on your favorite men's and women's clothing and accessories. As you would expect, Rhonda has slashed prices 40% on select merchandise. Outerwear, slacks, assorted sportswear, and shoes for the men. Dresses, sweaters, blouses, and outerwear for the ladies. Celebrate 40 years with us and save 40% while it lasts. We're here because of you, and we thank you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays. Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk to touchdown Tony Collins coming up in hour number 3 of today's show, and hear more from Cliff Godwin, Carter Spivey, Garrett Saylor, A-Mac, Alec Makarevich, Jacob Jenkins Coward, and Josh Moylan. Dale Murphy coming to Greenville, North Carolina. Looking forward to dinner with Dale coming up on April the 2nd, and looking forward to that. And Shirley, we've got promos with Ellerby and Troy on Pirate Radio, but I don't know, disappointed, hurt that they didn't ask Clip Carey to record a promo to put on Pirate Radio. So real quick, while we are recording the show as always, but we do this behind the scenes a lot, but could I record a quick one, and maybe you could just put it on the commercial rotation?
Why, yes, we can.
All right, so I think I timed this out right. I think this is about 30 seconds. So, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, Braves fans, Clip Carey here. Excited to welcome Dale Murphy to Greenville, North Carolina. You can have dinner with Dale coming up Sunday, April 2nd. Joining Dale Murphy will be some other all-time great Braves, including Ron Gant, David Justice, Otis Nixon, Deion Sanders, Lonnie Smith, Jeff Blauser, Mark Lemke, Ryan Klesko, Terry Pendleton, Damon Berryhill, Francisco Cabrera, Javi Lopez, Fred McGriff, plus special appearances by Kenny Lofton, Michael Tucker, Annie Perez, Keith Lockhart, Tony Graffinino, Tommy Gregg, Randall Simon. Additional words by Jeff Francoeur, Andrew Jones, Brian Jordan, Ryan Lagerhans, Wilson Bedivit, Julio Franco, Rafael Furcal, Marcus Giles, Freddie Gonzalez, Bobby Dews, Pat Corrales, Leo Mazzoni, Sharon Lawrence from Mama's Family, Tony Danza, the Ghost of Red Fox, Screech Powers, Ted Turner, and the Nitro Girls. Join us for a fun night at the Murphy Center with the Murph, Dale Murphy, coming to Greenville, North Carolina. All right, that was about 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, sure.
Give or take.
Although, with that lineup, it'll take about a week to get through all those people.
All of those people may not appear, other than Dale Murphy. He will be there.
What's coming on after dinner with Dale Murphy?
Coming up after Dale Murphy, we'll have a screening on the ECU scoreboard of Mama's Family. The action begins At what time?
5 o'clock.
Make that 5:05 because TBS will pick it up. So we'll be 5:05 coming up on April the 2nd. All right, there you go, Shirley. If you could just get that into the rotation.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and pop that in, please. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's take a break. Hope all y'all out there got a job, so I don't have to tell you those 3 words that I don't want to say anymore.
Go to hell.
I didn't want to. I'm not going to say those words anymore. When we return, touchdown, Tony Collins will join us. We will talk NFL playoffs, get his thoughts on Holton Ahlers, C.J. Johnson, and Noah Henderson participating in the NFL PA Bowl this weekend, and more. That's on the way. Also more from Media Day, ECU Baseball Media Day. That's on the way as well. We're back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to delcorinc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
NMLS 28516, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. They have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, this is kind of ironic, weird. I just did the Skip Carey bit a moment ago. And I look at Twitter, and this has been going around the last 10, 15 minutes or so. Apparently, the Cardinals are bringing in a new play-by-play voice, and one of the options is Chip Carey, current Braves announcer, son of Skip, grandson of Harry, and apparently could very well be the next voice of the Cardinals. So something to keep an eye on there. All right, let's talk some football as we head out to the Pitt Electric Live line. And we are joined by ECU Hall of Famer, touchdown Tony Collins here on a Monday. Tony, how you doing, man?
Doing great, Clip. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, we saw, I guess, one pretty good game on Saturday, one pretty good game on Sunday, and then a couple that got away. And the most surprising one that got away had to be what the Bengals did to Buffalo. Not that Cincinnati went in there and won, Tony, but the way they did it. I mean, that was pure domination by the Bengals yesterday. I was surprised for you of that.
It was. I was definitely surprised, actually, on how they protected Burrows. With their offensive line was kind of beat up.
Yeah.
And you think that Buffalo would put that pressure on him. Man, he had a bunch of time in the pocket and hitting his receivers. And I mean, they not saying that they played a perfect game. But the conditions that they were under might have helped them because of a pass rush. Playing in that wet and that snow, it's hard to get a good pass rush. If you got some good pass rushers, hard to get that jump on the ball. So that might have helped them in the game, the weather. So you always think going up to Buffalo has the advantage. But I think because of the weather, it gave Cincinnati the Bengals the advantage because of the pass rush.
Yeah, and it was shocking to see, Tony, because of what you said on Friday when I saw that two more Bengals offensive linemen were not going to play in that game. That kind of tipped the scales for me. I was a little on the fence, but I said, all right, that's enough for me to take Buffalo with some confidence here. But the team that looked like they had guys missing on the O-line was Buffalo. The way Josh Allen was harassed all game. And you're right, Burrow did a great job, but Bengals were also able to run the football, over 100 yards for Joe Mixon. As a team, Tony, they ran for 172 yards to go along with Burrow's 242. So that just tells you offensively they were doing whatever they wanted to, pretty much.
And you see, and I think it went both ways. Defensively, they held the line of scrimmage on defense as well. Their running attack was on point. I mean, like I said, they didn't play a perfect game, but they played almost a complete game to beat the Bills the way they did. I mean, it wasn't like they blew them out, but they had control of the game though the whole game.
Tony Collins joining us. Tony, of course, Patriot great, and has had a lot of back and forth with Bills fans on social media over the years that I've enjoyed on Facebook. When you say, Tony, that you feel bad or you're sorry to the Bills fans, is that genuine, or are you twisting the knife in them when you put stuff like that?
Yeah, I twist the knife in them a little bit. I do feel bad for them, man, because they've been trying to go to the Super Bowl for a long time now. They went, what was it, 4 years in a row?
Yeah.
It's just, when you think about it, how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl, and you go 4 times and you lose every time. You got a little, it's a little blood came out, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna lose any sleep when the Bills lose the game.
And these championship windows don't stay open for long. Not everybody can be the Patriots and Tom Brady, but there's a window certainly with Kansas City and Mahomes right now. There certainly is one with Cincinnati, and as long as Josh Allen's there, they'll have a shot. But you got Stephon Diggs, arguing on the sidelines, and how long can you keep this current team together the way the NFL's designed? You just can't pay everybody. So that's what makes it frustrating when you win 13 regular season games or whatever, and you've been there, you've been so close. You got to take advantage of it because, man, it goes away quick.
It's hard to get to the Super Bowl, and with what's going on in the salaries today. Guys will go to a different team because they're looking out for their families and how much money they can make. So it's all about that money, man. And so, like I say, it's so tough to get to the Super Bowl when you have that. And I really thought the Bills had the team this year. In the beginning of the season, I thought they had a chance to maybe go undefeated. But it was just something that you look at it and you say, well, the Buffalo Bills, they can't lose again to the Bengals, or they can't lose, they can't do this, they can't do that, and it comes out the same thing. It's a tough road, man, and so who knows what's going to happen next year with Diggs or with any of the guys that are on the Buffalo squad.
Tony Collins joining us. The Bengals will face the Chiefs again in Arrowhead Stadium, and Kansas City getting by Jacksonville. Jacksonville hung tough, 27-20. Zay Jones, the leading receiver for the Jags on Saturday. 5 catches, 83 yards in the loss. Great first year for him there in Jacksonville. But, Tony, this is so easy for a fan to sit on the couch and say, but all right, all you got to do is stop Travis Kelce. We're not too worried about Juju and Marquez Valdez-Scantling and whoever Noah Gray and Justin Watson are. Forget all them. Just stop Travis Kelce. How does Travis Kelce have 14 catches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns? I mean, that tells you the great coach that Andy Reid is, Mahomes for getting him the ball, and just how great Travis Kelce is at his position.
That combination, Mahomes and Kelce is one that you don't get that too often in this league. So I think the biggest thing for the Kansas City Chiefs now, I mean, you know that the Bengals are going to double team Kelce, but here's the big thing for the Kansas City Chiefs now is that high ankle sprain.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You ever have one of them, Tony?
I've had a high ankle sprain, and I'm going to tell you, man, as a running back, you pretty much forget it. As a quarterback, he might can sit in that pocket, but the way he played on, what was it? I don't know, Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday, yeah.
The way he played, you see him limping in the huddle and limping to get the ball to the running back. It's going to be worse. That ankle sprain is going to be worse 2 or 3 days afterwards. Now, the treatment is what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure they got a whole much better treatment than I had when I was coming up in the 80s. But a high ankle sprain as a running back, you're out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, okay, let's factor that in, and we're going to see a lot of stats this week about Andy Reid and hosting a championship game and all that. I think the biggest stat right now, Joe Burrow 3-0 against Mahomes and the Chiefs, and that is that's crazy. That gives you confidence that he can certainly do it again. And then with the Mahomes news, I don't know, Tony. Are we leaning? Are we leaning Bengals on Sunday?
I'm definitely leaning Bengals, man. You know, Burrows he's a kid with a lot of confidence, and he's got a lot of weapons on his side. I mean, you look at all the weapons that he has, Chase and Higgins. I mean, these guys can go get it, and their tight end is not too shabby either. But I'm gonna tell you, man, the way Burrows is playing right now, and the way the Cincinnati Bengals are playing, the defense is looking good. I'm leaning towards the Bengals again.
Tony Collins joining us on the NFC side of things. Tony, the real Giants finally showed up, or maybe that was just the real Eagles putting the beat down on them on Saturday night, 38-7, and the Eagles doing pretty much whatever they wanted to do. They ran the ball all over New York the other night, 268 rushing yards. They got 34 from Hurts, and the rest split amongst their running backs. So that just dominating there, and now they will take on San Francisco, who knocked off Dallas. And let's talk Cowboys-Niners first, Tony. Cowboys defense showed up, only one touchdown for Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco, but Dak 2 picks, just could not get enough done offensively.
You look at the Cowboys and you say, man, they got some weapons, they got Dak, but I'm gonna tell you, man, the last couple games he played good Tampa Bay game. I'll give him that, but the last game I think was against the Giants or whoever they played. I can't remember. And this past game, man, he was just like I don't know. It's just like he hasn't been there. Purdy played better than he did. And so it's a thing where, what do you do? I mean, where do the Cowboys go from here? They have a great defense.
Well, they got all that money tied up in them.
They just can't win. They just can't win the big one, man. And like I said, it's so hard to get. It's hard to get to the AFC Championship game. It's even harder to get to the Super Bowl. And you have all these pieces in place, but what's going to happen next year? There's free agency coming next year. Who wants to stay? Who wants to stay here? Who wants to go there? And so again, Cowboys. All those Cowboy fans. I know they're disappointed again. I don't know who fans are hurting the worst: the Cowboy fans or the Buffalo Bill fans.
Yeah, not a good place to be if you're one of those fan bases right now. Tony, the 49ers haven't lost in like 3 months. It's crazy. The last game they lost was to Kansas City, and I'm trying to get the date on that game. But that was, let's see, October. They hadn't lost since October. I mean, we're sitting here in, late January. So they are on an absolute roll. They will meet Philadelphia, and you got – we talked going into these playoffs, Tony, about, all right, who's going to stop who? Who's got a defense? Well, both of these teams have defense. It's interesting to see what offense can come out on top on Sunday.
I think it's going to be a great game to watch. San Francisco got to fly all the way out to Philly. I'm sure they're going to get out to Philly early. But Philly, man, I watched them play. Not saying that the Giants are a great team, but the Giants are a decent team. And they put the beat down on the Giants, man. I just can't see San Francisco coming in with Purdy. I watched Purdy play last week, and all signs that I've seen, he's ready. I know he's probably not 100%, but he might be 100% this week. So it's going to be hard to beat Philly with those crazy fans that they have. And it's going to be a tough uphill battle for the 49ers. I just don't see him beating them with the last guy who got drafted in the draft.
Yeah, it's crazy that he is there, and then you got Jalen Hurts, who of course was picked higher, but not a lot of people thought he'd be in this position this year either. We're talking about a MVP possibility for the Eagles signal caller. Tony Collins joining us. You can hear the action this weekend right here on Pirate Radio. Tony, another All-Star game appearance for some Pirates coming up. The NFL PA Bowl on Saturday on the NFL Network, and Holton Ahlers, C.J. Johnson, and Noah Henderson will take part in that.
When did that start? When did that bowl?
You know, it's funny. I was going to ask you, Tony, because you went to the Combine now, and we can go old man radio here if you want and talk about how all these kids get all these ribbons and awards. How many All-Star games were there back when you played? Were you in any of these things?
There was only one All-Star game, and I didn't get invited to the All-Star game.
And now Holton's played in two. Holton and Noah Henderson have been in two of them, and there's like four other ones.
And see, and the thing about it is when you don't want to play in too many games, man, because you have the possibility of getting hurt in one of those games. So it's just like you do if you don't. But here's the thing: they want to see. And I'm sure Holton wants to go out and perform well. I'm sure he will perform well in that type of setting. But hopefully nothing goes wrong. Nobody gets hurt. But it's a game. I mean, those guys are going to be playing. They're going to be doing their best to show the NFL teams how good they are. So it could be injuries, could not be injuries. But I don't know. It's a risk if you're trying to make a team, you're trying to get somebody's attention, it's okay. But if you're going to get drafted in the first or second round, why would you play in one of these All-Star games? I mean, I don't see that happening. There's too many first rounders and second round picks that'll be coming out.
Nah, yeah, these are definitely guys trying to get their name out there. Also have the scouts look at them, and Holton and Noah were able to do that down at the Hula Bowl. Now C.J. Johnson will. And we talked about it last week, Tony. Kind of just getting your face in front of these guys and talking to them, making some connections.
And I think that is great. But you know what? Here's the thing: when one All-Star game is great. Two All-Star games, I don't know. But the thing about it is with the combine, I would love to see them have maybe 2 or 3 or 4 combines, and because each combine you can get better at. I remember because I went to 2 combines when I was getting ready to get drafted, and my 40 time improved from my first combine to my second combine. So that's another thing that can help players.
So you went to like the big one, in Indianapolis?
I went to one in Indianapolis, and I went to one in Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas.
That does bring up a good point. Why kind of narrow it just to one when you've got, and they have a lot of prospects out there, but not every single prospect that's going to get drafted. But everybody does have their own individual pro day as well. So.
Yeah, you get your pro day at your school. And, in some schools that don't have a pro day, they have to go to another school to get their pro days. I'm talking about the smaller schools.
Oh, yeah, we had a quarterback throwing last year to ECU receivers that was from, I don't even remember the school. I don't know if you do, Chandler, but
Catawba
or Chowan or something. So, yeah, we had guys here from that. Tony Collins joining us, Pit Electric Live Line here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. All right, Tony, so officially, you're going to make it Cincinnati and who in the Super Bowl?
Philly.
All right.
Philly and Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. Cincinnati goes back to the Super Bowl 2 years straight.
All right, there it is. Touchdown, Tony Collins with his Super Bowl prediction. Tony, we'll talk to you again before that game, and have a good one, man. Thanks for joining us today.
All right, take care, Clip.
There he is. Touchdown, Tony Collins likes the road Bengals and the home Eagles coming up this weekend. I got to keep riding with my Niners. The Niners keep getting it done. Wasn't pretty yesterday, but it was pretty. To use a Troy D joke from earlier.
And I know you mentioned this about a week or two ago, but Clip, there is a potential that a hot take, I guess you could call it, or a bold prediction.
I thought about this yesterday.
Could fail the very next year that you predicted it. I like the prediction. I liked it.
I had an awesome, what I thought was awesome, long-term hot take, one that would last like a decade plus.
Yeah.
That Joe Burrow is Dan Marino. And by that, I mean go to a Super Bowl early in his career, put up phenomenal numbers, be a tremendous quarterback. And then that Super Bowl week, I predicted he would lose that Super Bowl, check, and then never make it back to a Super Bowl a la Dan Marino. Check so far.
But you're looking smart right now. But next week, it could be
the very next year, like the first possible chance to ruin it, it could happen. So I have to root for the Chiefs now.
You have to.
Just for my take. And I got to root for a KC San Francisco Super Bowl rematch, which we had a few years ago, right? So yeah, no, I had that. I don't get into the hot take biz a lot.
I like that one though.
But I was like, man, I'm about to cook this baby up. This is gonna be good, and it's about to already be ruined.
The very next year.
I need to see if I can find that.
I was literally going to try to find it.
Let's see. Tweeting clip, Joe Burrow. Where is my January 31st, 2022. Joe Burrow, in his second NFL season, will lose in the Super Bowl. It will be his only Super Bowl appearance. He will break passing records and have Hall of Fame career. His career will end in 16 years after losing by 50 in the playoffs to a team that doesn't exist. He is Dan Marino. So the stuff on the end there, Dan Marino, when he went to his Super Bowl, Jacksonville Jaguars weren't a thing. They got drilled in his final game by the Jaguars in the playoffs. But my Joe Burrow is Dan Marino getting to the Super Bowl second year, passing yards, all that stuff, and never going back to the Super Bowl. That's on the line this weekend.
Literally could go the very next year. Like, he probably saw that tweet.
Yeah.
Or he could have saw it, like, when they started the season 0-2. They also went on to have a 4-4 record. It didn't look good for the defending AFC champions, the Cincinnati Bengals, early in this year. And I'm sure that Joe Burrow went back and said, wait a minute. Hold the phone. I need motivation? Well, what kind of motivation can I use? And he went to that tweet.
Bulletin board.
And he printed it out, and he put it in his locker.
Reagan responded to that tweet and said, Ron Burgundy gif, I don't believe you. And I responded, talk to me in 2039. Or talk to me in 2023 when I'm wrong. Bryce said, JFC, man, who peed in your cornflakes this morning? And I said, Dan Marino. Shirley, I know you love Dan Marino. He was a bit of a red A, to use the term.
A hothead?
A red A-double-S, a hothead. I just remember as a kid seeing Dan Marino screaming at his receivers all the time.
Oh, yeah. And, it was one of the reasons why he didn't stay very long on the CBS pregame show either. He would mess up his line.
Here's another YouTube for you.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Marino freak out.
Yeah. That's another one you can pull up on your soundboard. He flubs a line.
He's the number one rated quarterback.
Does he cuss? Maybe I shouldn't play it live.
Yeah,
see if he cusses, Chandler.
Yeah, let's preview that. But yes, he loses his mind and starts.
He bangs on the table.
Yes, he bangs on the table and it's really unprofessional. And you see all the guys sitting around the table going, yeah, that's Dan. I mean, they don't even flinch because they know what he's like.
He was an Ace Ventura Pet Detective. He gets points for that. He was not a great actor, but still, and a great movie from my childhood. So, did he cuss?
I think he kind of murmurs GD, so you might want to stay away from it. But he does hit the table several times, and the guys beside him were like, dude, are you okay?
He starts punching the table. YouTube Dan Marino freakout if you're interested in that.
Yeah, because he is quite the hothead. I knew that even growing up watching him play. I still just thought he was awesome.
Well, that's because he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, from a football player standpoint, I think he was great. Now, from a personal standpoint, not so much.
There's a lot of YouTube. Dan Marino and Boomer Esiason go at it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
There's a Dan Marino was a savage.
I think that's him doing a commercial, and the producer, went back and forth or something like that.
Well, there's a reason why you don't see look. TV is all TV really emphasizes the whole good looks thing. He is not a bad-looking guy.
He's a handsome fella.
He's a handsome fellow, so you would think that he would be on television a lot more than he is.
So was Christian Bale in American Psycho before he dropped that chainsaw on the woman.
Oh, God.
He was a handsome guy. He was also a freaking psycho like Dan Marino.
But what I'm saying is, there's a reason you don't see Dan Marino a lot on television right now.
Because he's a psychopath.
Are you following down the Dan Marino path? Because you are losing your mind right now.
In the video where Dan Marino was a savage, it's like he's recording a commercial, and the producer says, "Hey, let's run that back. There was a flub." He said, "There was no flub. There is no flub. There is no effing flub."
Yeah, I figure there's cussing in that too.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you go to the Troy Dreyfus School of Commercial?
Yeah.
There's no mistake in that. We don't have to do that again.
All right. If I have time tomorrow and I remember this, and it's not going to be relevant, well, we can play it like when Bryce is here, maybe when we talk football. I'll have some Dan Marino bleeped out freakouts.
That would be a good game. Guess that rant, or you can go through some there's a lot out there.
So instead of name that sound, name that rant.
Yeah. No, this is like a spinoff, Shirley.
Yeah.
But instead of that, but we're not replacing.
We're not replacing it.
This is like
a spinoff of the show.
Okay. I was getting ready to say, because I've been working on that quite some. Believe it or not, it's the third time around is actually a little bit harder.
But you could use voices and name that sound, though.
Yes, I can, and I'm going to.
All right.
By the way,
okay, Dan.
By the way, Josh Hawkins says he responded to you. By the way,
with a positive response.
A positive response.
All right, good. So we might have him on the show this week.
Yes.
What do you think, Coach?
Well, that dang Josh Hawkins.
Well, I hope he's matured a lot better since I've coached him.
What was it? He's told him to stick it up his kazoo.
Kazoo. And told him to stay straight up the kazoo.
I thought about quitting coaching 4 times. And 3 of the 4 times was because of Josh.
Thank you, Coach Smith. All right, let's open up the booty bag, Shirley, here on a Monday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
It's funny, the YouTube video of Dan Marino and Boomer Esiason go at it. The clip on the video that shows the still shot is Shannon Sharp, who just went nuts at a basketball game this weekend.
On John Morant's dad.
Everybody's freaking out. All right, 317-1250. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
$10 gift card to Familia.
All right, get your week started off right. What call are you looking for?
I'm going to go with color 6.
Look for their pizza of the week. Look for their pizza of the week on their social media page.
Pizza of the week. All right, we'll take a break. Come back, have our winner and more after this.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates support supporting Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And congratulations to Pete Ballant of Grimesland. Picked up a $10 gift card to Familia. Familia is your place for great Italian food. Whether it's great New York-style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parm, or the delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time for dine-in or to take out. Familia is your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Pete. What's up, Pete? Those Dan Marino videos are hilarious.
I heard you cackling all the way in here.
I forgot how good I remembered the Beat the Table one. I forgot the one where he's reading that commercial, and the guy tells him he had a flub, and he's no flub. There was no flub, and then he does it again. He says, "F it, send it," and the guy says, "Would you like to see that back?" "Nope, I don't need to see bleep." We'll have that for you doctored tomorrow.
Yeah. And now you know why he's not on television.
There you go. You can't do that on television. Tyler says, is Name That Player coming back? I think he's referring to Clip Rock Sports Detective. I tell you what, Tyler, just because you asked, I'll bring it back this week. We'll have one this week for you. Randolph still enjoying Dak and the Cowboys going down. I love that Randolph makes fun of the Cowboys and Dak, and that he spells Dak's name wrong.
Dax.
He says
Dax just threw another pick recovered by the 49ers. Dax can't win the big game. Dax is a mediocre and overpaid.
I like that he tells us that the interception was recovered by the 49ers. It's an interception.
Get him, Randolph.
Dax threw another interception.
Dax don't know how to win the big game.
I saw a Washington radio guy say Dak is the Cowboys fans what Kirk was to Washington fans. And I think by that means pretty good, get to the playoffs, and then crumble.
Chokes.
And then, yeah. So the only difference is Dak got a hefty payday by Dallas. Kirk did not. Do you want to celebrate not paying Kirk Cousins? Okay, that's fine. But also, we have had trash bag quarterbacks since then. So, I mean, there's no celebrating on either side of that.
What about Heineke?
What about him?
What about a story?
What about a
He's
story?
a hero.
What about a story? And now we got Sam Howell. The first question I was asked when I walked into trivia last week. Hey, what do you think about Sam Howell? I'm like, yeah, same thing I think about every rando.
Then you started beating the table.
Don't want to.
What do I think about him? Boom, boom.
Sam Howell. All right, let's hear more from Cliff Godwin. Ask Cliff Godwin about rule changes. You'll hear that during this cut. And more. Here was more of Cliff Godwin from Media Day earlier today.
Coach, y'all had a lot of lefty hitters last year. Y'all probably have that again this year. You look at maybe some of the younger right-handed guys that come to the program as maybe somebody that help balance that a little bit as you go on.
I don't know if we're going to be very balanced offensively. We have a lot of left-handed hitters. We'll have more left-handed hitters this year in the lineup than we did last year, at least initially, I feel like. AMAC's actually dealing with a little bit of a wrist injury that doesn't allow him to hit right-handed right now, so that puts even more left-handed dominant. But he's good to hit left-handed. He's good to throw. He's good to take ground balls. So that's a positive of it. We just got to see how that wrist reacts as we continue to get closer to the season. But we'll definitely be left-handed dominant.
How is Riley Johnson's recovery doing from the shoulder surgery last year?
Riley's 100% healthy. That was the one thing that in the middle of the season, I just didn't think it was fair to him to be a pinch runner and to play defense for us last year when he couldn't swing the bat at the level that he's capable of. So we got a medical red shirt for him last year, which he could have helped us, but like I said, I didn't think it was fair to him. He's 100% healthy. He's actually had a really good preseason. Luke Nowak, who you saw a little bit in pinch running situations last year, he actually had the same surgery as soon as summer baseball was over that Riley did, and he's 100%. So another guy, he's probably our fastest guy. From home to first, he runs 4 flats down the line, Nowak does. So that gives us another speed option as well. So excited to have both those guys healthy.
Any transfer portal guys that are going to make an impact right away?
Childress is still kind of up in the air. He's still battling some arm stuff. Tyler Brott from VMI has looked really good, and Willie Lumpkin from Winthrop has looked really, really good. The thing that has been the most important thing to me is that they've really fit in well with our guys and have really bought into our culture. The portal will not be somewhere that we live. We'll pick up a piece here and there if we need to in a situation where the draft hurt us a little bit last year, and those guys have done a tremendous job.
Coach, y'all been pushing, obviously, the third base, kind of left field expansion a while. What type of priorities have y'all made? And once y'all get that done, how much will that add to your program?
Well, nobody lets me know the financial stuff. I feel like I should know since the money I donated. So Ryan Robinson needs to give me an update. So he's not in here, but I guess he'll see this. So I think it's going really well. We've had a lot of people step up big. I think the banquet will help, getting in front of people once again, and I think baseball season will help. I know that we're really close to being sold out again, season ticket-wise, so that's exciting. I appreciate everybody who has bought a season ticket. Hosting regionals and super regionals definitely doesn't hurt that because everybody wants to have a seat if we're able to host a regional or super regional again. So that's exciting, but just to appreciate the passion that the Pirate fans have for us.
How do you see the conference as a whole? Are they going to be more competitive, normal? What does this year kind of look like from what you see?
I think this day and age it's tougher to tell what other guys are going to have because of the portal and, people transferring. And you guys know me. I know it's boring for you guys, but I have no idea. I don't care. I have no idea how good George Washington is, and I know they'll have some good pitching because everybody does. And if we don't play well, we'll get beat. And if we play well, we'll have a good chance to win. I mean, everybody saw that last year with Bryant, so nobody even had heard of Bryant really, and they swept us here at home, and we were preseason top 10. So it's all about us. I mean, that's the way I look at it, and that's the way our guys look at it.
There's some rule changes in Major League Baseball with the shift and everything. How about college baseball? Are you aware of any rule changes for this year?
Well, the biggest thing, Clip, is no props, no celebratory props. So we can't go put a traffic cone out on the field. You can do it at, no sledgehammer. You got to do it in the dugout. So I got to talk to our guys about that. So, that back in the day they had a little party room when guys hit home run. They'd shut that door in the mud room, so they might have to go back to doing that. And then the 20-second clock, they're making more of an emphasis on that. So pitchers can't just step off like they did last year and kind of fake a throw. You can do that one time per batter, but now you've got to start your windup, or in your set position, you got to be delivering the ball in under 20 seconds, which I don't really know how that's going to go. The reason I haven't put a clock up in the outfield with the 20-second clock is because if that thing goes to 0, they're going to call it. But if there's nothing out there, then there's at least a chance that they might give you a second, if they're on a watch. So those are the two biggest things. They're trying to speed up the pace of play, just like Major League Baseball. But as of right now, we can still shift.
Cliff Godwin there on some rule changes, one of which will affect the Pirates. No more birdhouse, sledgehammer, I guess cowboy hats. No more props outside of the dugout after dingers. One of those guys who was the recipient of those props was Jacob Jenkins Coward, and shows a lot of emotion during games with the fans, with his team. And he talked about that. Cut 2, Shirley, for JC.
Yeah, I don't understand how people don't show emotion. It's really adrenaline for me. I try and get the crowd into it too, because one of the main reasons I came here is we play in front of 4,000 or 5,000 people every night. So we like to put on a show, which it's more about baseball and winning than putting on a show. But fan interactions and stuff like that, it really gets everybody going, and especially me.
Patrick Mason asked him about the first time he experienced a crowd that big. Here's what he said. Cut 3.
Yeah, my first pinch hit appearance Friday night to open the year last year. Scary, because it was a pitching change, right? And I'm standing there beside the plate, like, it took a minute for the pitching change, but it felt like an hour. I'm just looking around. Where's my mom? Stuff like that. But yeah, it's exciting. You really feel like you're playing with more than just your teammates. You got the crowd behind you. It's their part of the game, definitely.
All right, we will hear more from Pirate players when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Carter Spivey, Garrett Saylor, Alec Makarevich, and Josh Moylan. That is on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Chandler, give me some music. Chandler, do it manually. Oh, I wanted to hear.
Yeah, my stupid computer froze.
I still want to hear Chandler. Can you turn that down, Shirley? Turn that down. All right, we'll be back with you after this time out.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Have you experienced increased aches and pains recently? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden is your premier CBD retailer in Eastern North Carolina. Do you find yourself having anxiety or in need of extra sleep support? Hemp Garden has a variety of Delta 8 and hemp-derived Delta 9 products that can assist with those issues. If you're unable to stop by the store, don't worry. Give them a call today at 413-6100 for a consultation, and they'll ship right to your door. Hemp Garden, 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that's right for you. Visit them at 3101 South Evans Street in Greenville or schedule a home visit to receive a stretch or massage in the comfort of your own home. Call today at 916-4530 to schedule your first stretch consultation or massage appointment and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. ECU Media Day earlier today. Still got a lot of coach comments we'll get to tomorrow and later in the week, but let's hear from more of the Pirate players right now. Carter Spivey, man, what a trajectory his career has been on here at East Carolina, and you'll hear some of that as he talks about his struggles early on to the pitcher he became last season and the pitcher we expect him to be this season. But first, he was asked if he's enjoying his leadership role on the team. Coach One.
Absolutely. And learning from the guys that came before me. I've been blessed to play with a lot of great people and players. And just kind of taking little bits, things that they did well, and then also adding like my own kind of style to it because, not all the same. But yeah, definitely. It's a part of like a maturation process, I think. Just kind of growing and being more comfortable with who you are as a person.
He and Garrett Saylor have been around a long time, and we'll go at it one more time for the Pirates in 2023. He was asked about his relationship with the big righty Garrett Saylor.
Brothers, honestly. We've been through it 5 years now. And there's also like a little competitiveness there too, like always trying to one-up each other, trying to better each other. We had a bullpen the other day, and we're in there arguing a little bit, trying to just competitive. That's just kind of how it is between us. We both want to be the best we can be.
And I asked Carter about his career journey, his early struggles to where he is now, and he talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of maturing, and honestly, I think my parents probably deserve the most credit for it because there were times when I wanted to leave, when things were getting hard, and they told me, hard work, at the end of the day, you're not going to regret working hard and sticking it out because when it finally does click for you and you finally do get success, it's going to be really sweet and you're going to cherish it forever. And can't argue with it, it's pretty awesome, pretty cool.
Carter Spivey looking to parlay a big 2022 into a great 2023. Boy, Garrett Saylor has seen his ups and downs as well, going from bullpen to starter, back to the bullpen and succeeding there. And I asked Garrett, with all the technology in baseball, the numbers, the computers, all that stuff, does he look at things like spin rate and things like that? Cut one, here was his answer.
I'm going to be honest, I've got no idea about spin rate. I don't look at it. I don't focus on it. I go out there to get outs. Like I don't care how my ball, like I want my ball to sink if I'm throwing a fastball. I don't care what the spin rate on it is. I'm going out there to get outs.
Don't know, don't care, just get the guy out. I like it. Garrett was also asked if he had an aha moment last year. Gully asked him this, and Gully was kind of putting it into terms like an aha moment when you kind of figured things out. Garrett took it a different way. His aha moment came early in the year.
I think my aha moment was at the first of the year. I go out there and I'm a starter, and I'm not doing what I needed to do, what I prepared to do, and I got put back in the role that I've been in since freshman year, that reliever role, and it was like I had a good spurt, and then I'd have a bad spurt, but after that one bad spurt towards the end of the year, I just went out there and I'm just focused on me, focused on getting outs, trying to stay on the field for the minimum as possible. So that was my plan going out there.
And Garrett was asked, who is the toughest Pirate to get out at practice? Here was his answer.
Definitely JC. I don't know, Hoover's pretty tough too because it's hard to get that guy out. But JC is probably the main one that's toughest to get out.
All right, there is Garrett Saylor, Carter Spivey. We'll hear from more Pirate players later on this week. We'll take our final break. When we return, we'll take a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard and my Don't Overthink It pick of the night. 3 in a row. Can we get another? Come on, Clip! Don't overthink it. Just play it. I've got one.
What do you got?
I think I got one.
He's got one cooked up.
All right, we'll have that for you when we return after this.
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
NMLS 28516, Equal Housing Lender. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime.
Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Ah!
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to delcorinc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report for today. It was a decent day. The Dow jumped 254 points, closed out at 33,629. The NASDAQ is ahead 223 points at 11,364, and the S&P is up 47 at 4,019. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Take a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck. Got a game tipping off in 30 minutes. Wisconsin at Northwestern. Duke is at Virginia Tech tonight in ACC action. It will be Kansas at Baylor coming up at 9 o'clock. Number 25, New Mexico. Welcome to the Top 25. Will be at Nevada, 9 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. How about this one? South Carolina State. Remember them?
Do I?
They beat East Carolina. They've won 2 games other than that this season. They're 3-17. And Chandler, there's a 3-17 team that is 7-point favorites against another team. That's because Delaware State is 1-16.
My gosh.
What a matchup. Matchup of the night. But that's not where I'm going for Clips. Don't overthink it. Pick of the night. In fact, I've got not one, but 2.
No, you don't.
Picks tonight.
Shut up.
2 picks tonight.
Shut the front door.
One that's going to make you feel like you just rolled around in mud. It's going to make you feel dirty.
It's going to make you feel nasty.
It's going to make you feel nasty like Janet Jackson. The other makes you feel a little more comfortable. Do you want comfortable or dirty first?
Let's go dirty. Let's get dirty.
You want to get dirty?
I want to get dirty, then I want to get clean.
Virginia Tech is 11-8, 1-7 in ACC play. Top 25 team earlier this year, complete free fall. What are they doing? They are 2.5-point favorites over Duke. Why are they 2.5-point favorites over the 14-5, 5-3 Duke Blue Devils? Well, they're home at Castle, and the odds makers think that's enough to get them over the top. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to go where the line tells me to go. Give me the Hokies minus 2.5 over Duke.
Wow.
Makes you feel a little dirty, right?
I'm dirty.
This one will make you feel a little cleaner. Kansas is an underdog. Anytime Kansas is an underdog, take the money line. Kick back, relax, and enjoy a Jayhawk victory tonight on the road at Baylor. Clips, don't overthink it. Picks of the night. Hokies minus 2.5. Kansas money line. 3 in a row. Looking for 4-5 in a row.
Is that Stu Finer over there?
I'm getting in that mode.
Ready to roll. Ready to roll. Ready to roll.
When you hit 3 in a row, you start to get a little pep in the step. Let's make it 4 and 5 tonight. All right, we'll see you Tuesday on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes, Man of Chan, I'm Clip Brock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250.